and you prefer white
With
dudes
the
who
white
are
message.
blatantly in your face racist, which I do feel kind of complimented that you don't put me into that category.
No, I don't. You're the worst kind. You're the hidden racist. The one that act like you like us but really don't. That's
you
why
could put me on a lie detector test right now. You're not gonna be able to find out that I'm racist.
That's why you ain't been aided no black people.
What you mean find out?
Mama Green.
I'm trying to get to the Rock Nation brunch. They don't want to have me.
I'm gonna get you there.
Yeah, I don't think you're going either.
No, I don't think you're going either. No, I really think
cut me open. You're not going to find any racist. I'm surprised you admit. That's the
man. You know what? When that blowing out, he ain't been there. He don't know. You don't know.
I never hit a trance.
No, that ain't no trance. That's when that large thing. Yo, it done it with Leonard.
What?
He made.
Did he?
He hit that out of pocket.
Send me that footage.
Man, you were there.
I need to hear that.
Man,
I was not there. What are you talking about?
He made that out of pocket.
What are you talking about?
They called it queef.
Send me that footage. I want to hear that queef. I told her no.
What's that boy name got Leonard?
No. Jason Love.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason Love.
The Love dog.
I watched the whole video. I watched the whole video.
How was that?
Boy, he slow pushed it up and I made it about.
I told her no. My one rule.
Yeah, that's my top 3 points. Watching squiggle and squirm.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I ain't even watching.
Yeah, shit, what?
Yeah, we gonna watch him.
Why they doing this man like this in front of his wife, by his wife like that? Damn.
I know some guys get every day and get up and go to work. I know some white boys shoot dope, do smoke crack, do coke, and they the best damn lawyers you can find. So I do know some fathers get every day. I know some mothers come home from teaching school, fix the kids' food, get and drunk every day, and she's a loving mother.
But isn't the kid or the career a reason to not get that?
Nope.
It's hard to be a good dad if you're getting
I know
up every
some
day.
get uploaded. We watched a real life movie of an airplane where Denzel Washington was a pilot getting high every day. Turned the plane upside down, landed the motherfucker perfect, then got to go to the court hearing. Real life.
Snakes on the plane.
No. This is a real life story.
It's called Flight.
It's a real life story.
If they have this giant billboard of a human being, this guy who was promoting this shit at every time.
Well, you got to think. Diddy had control of him, so how good he would have been.
Diddy had control of Nipsey?
Who had the album done? Who done that Victory album?
I don't know. I don't think I ever heard their names together.
Well, there's a video of them clapping together. He told, hey, man, y'all quit clapping.
I don't.
So you tell me, had he not died, this wouldn't be what it is. The marathon wouldn't be what it was.
You don't think?
I know so.
Really? I think
because when he was alive, he didn't get this same support from LA.
That is true.
He didn't have this same support with Fat Burger and the Marathon store when he was alive.
You mean Marathon Burger?
Well,
Fat Burger's its own thing.
Well, he had a Fat Burger right there. Didn't he have the Fat Burger right there in the store? In the corner?
You gotta chill.
Yeah, they took me there. They took me on tour there.
He owned a Fat Burger?
That's what I was told, with the pictures and everything in there.
I heard that.
So that's where the idea of the Marathon Burger came from. Okay. So you tell me, if it wasn't for his death, where would the support come from?
Just him as a person. Like, he had just got on the cover of GQ. You know, he's like kind of reaching like that was a big part of why it was such a tragedy when he got killed, because he was reaching a whole new level.
I was living here in LA at the time. I didn't hear his music playing on the radio.
Yeah, but it was growing, and a lot of people from the hood, especially, will tell you that he was the sound of their adolescence. For me, on Melrose, hanging out with the SoundCloud rappers, though, for sure.
Some of y'all, it might be Jay-Z.
The day of his passing, I could have named one song.
Yeah.
The day of his funeral, I knew the whole Victory Lap album.
But there's a million rappers in Texas like that too, where you guys all know all their songs, and then meanwhile we don't know what the fuck's going on.
It don't matter. They're not.
Right, but if
they don't have a burger store.
But usually when people die, their legend status kind of goes up, right?
Pop Smoke didn't. His music did, but his legend status didn't.
Pop Smoke is an icon. You go to New York, they got murals everywhere.
His music is.
The music too.
But when you say his music went up, but Pop Smoke is not an icon. His music is.
Maybe not on the level of Nipsey, but I think he's an icon.
DMX died. He didn't go up.
I would say DMX.
Doe B died. He didn't go up.
But DMX also died after being basically like a public addict for like 20 years.
Don't matter.
What's up with the disrespect, bro?
Nipsey didn't have that kind of.
So wild in the day,
right?
She died of addict,
and she would probably be mourned. She would be mourned in a more serious way if she hadn't been a public drug addict.
So what I'm saying is, you don't get the same support just because you die.
But a lot of people, their legend status increases because of that. You know, Jay-Z, Gucci Mane, we've got to see these guys become old heads and make embarrassing decisions that taint their legacies.
So we got to watch.
Nipsey didn't get a chance to do that.
What decision Jay-Z made?
I just think overall Rock Nation's kind of viewed as like a bully.
All right, man, we got that boy Charleston White Going off on Adams. 22 no jumper today, y'all boys. Shout out no jumpers. Let's get to it. We're all gonna work on this over talking and shit today. Y'all boys know me, boy. I'ma react. I've been listening to y'all boys in the comments. Oh, we got that boy Charleston White backing up and defending 607 Unk. Nah, this a turn of events.
You see in 607 Unk that you don't see in Crip Mac.
607 Unk. Crip Mac.
Steve Voodoo guy.
No.
No?
This what I seen. He playing on y'all like me. At first, I thought he was for real, but I had to sit back and watch that, and I didn't want to watch it. And as I was watching it, I'm saying, man, the bullshit like you. Matter of fact, he done took a few plays out your playbook. So I reached out to that. Say, hey, what's up? Woo. And me and him don't do nothing but talk business. We don't hang as friends. We do nothing but business together. And I watch him and I study him. He might be one of the most intelligent men on camera right now. He playing on y'all. Nigga playing on y'all.
He ain't lying.
Man, nigga quiet in person. He kind of shy. Nigga playing on y'all.
Don't sleep in the bed.
He don't sleep in the bed?
No.
He slept on the ground right here.
He burned to eat. He a healthy eater. Nah, man, he playing on y'all. Man, he don't eat gluten.
When we go out to eat, he never get food at the restaurant.
I know, he got furious with me because we didn't have any food he could eat here the whole time, but he never actually asked us
He
for
gonna
any
go
food.
to the grocery store about shit.
He kind, he humble. I never seen him angry. I caused a ride one time. This old started a ride one time in one of my shows here recently. The SWAT team had to come save him.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. W. Charleston. Never would I ever think that boy Charleston would be defending that boy 607 Unk. Ever, boy, for real. I know they supposed to be cool now, but you know, Charleston, he went out to stand on business sometimes, boy. But now he really looking out in this situation.
And this finna go down.
How'd you start right?
He ain't let Adam play with that boy name.
Saying you niggas and that arguing with the crowd.
Right.
He's about peace. He draw peace. His energy is peaceful.
Right.
Yeah, he playing on y'all. I thought he was crazy. I thought he was mad.
When she was finna go down, he started praying.
And he started praying. Say, man, he sat in the middle stage. It ain't with bitches. I'm not caught him on the phone. Man. I've seen it. I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
Say, man, I done seen the macking, checking. Say, I think he pimping.
I don't know if he's got it in him, but
I done heard.
We was somewhere one night, a girl tried to holler at him. She was fine as a motherfucker. He turned her down. I said, why you turn her down, 6-0? He said, she was too perfect.
Say, man, he done been to the strip club with.
See, that wise right there. A lot of people can't do that, boy. They'll fall. Everything that glitter ain't gold, boy.
He had them leg crawl. Man, see them hoes pull up on him. No. He'll share. No. See, y'all, more pimps will come off.
Right. Well, we did a 24-hour stream with him, and I really started to lose my temper with him because we were talking about topics, and then he would just interject and just do this random psychobabble. Like, we're talking about girls, we're talking about relationships, and he all of a sudden is like, y'all have sex with women because y'all don't respect them. I haven't had sex for the past 2 years because I really respect women.
He ain't lying.
He's lying if he thinks it's respectful to women to not have sex with them.
He ain't lying.
Women want to have sex also.
But the ones you respect, you don't. Your mother, your brother, you know,
they're
man.
related to you.
Man, the women you respect, you don't put your kid.
The reason why you don't f your mom isn't because you have respect for her. It's because she's your mom.
Man, Miss Shirley and them, you got respect for. You don't look at them sex. Women, you don't do that to
women that you're attracted to that are single, that could potentially be in a consensual relationship with you.
Let her make you mad.
It's not a sign of disrespect to have sex.
Let her make you mad. You're disrespected. You don't have respect for her because you want to fuck her.
No.
But when you lose respect.
But you can want to fuck her and still be mad at her and disrespect her.
No.
Two things.
Women you respect, you will not. I promise.
No, I respect all kinds of women and have sex with them.
You're just what you're saying now, because I'm telling you,
I
Adam,
love them too.
The way you do them, you wouldn't respect them. You wouldn't do them like that.
No, I respect them so much that I'm gonna.
Now, Charles, you wrong to a certain extent, gang. Like, to a certain extent, you kind of wrong, gang. Women you respect would be like the ones you would look to, like, maybe to be a wife. You heard me? Like, oh, nah, she could probably pass the test to be a wife. You'd probably be a little more shy to approach her, but you wouldn't completely leave her alone, gang. Hell no. You want to lock that down. What you talk about?
nut on their face
They don't
and
want that.
film it and sell it to the world.
They don't want that.
You would be surprised.
You're degrading it.
I wish you were there
You're a
to see me
horrible guy.
nutting on these faces because these women get a lot of joy out of that. You should see them. They whip out their own phone. They don't even want to clean the cum off. They taking pictures, selfies. Adam, come
You're
get
lying,
a
mother.
selfie.
That's today. You lying. Those are disgruntled employees.
No. That's real shit. They love it.
You don't have.
What they in Charleston?
They whip out their own phone. They don't even want to clean the cum off. They taking pictures, selfies. Adam, come
You're
get a
lying,
selfie.
mother. That's today. You lying. Those are disgruntled employees.
No. That's real shit. I love it.
You don't have potlucks.
You ain't never painted a face if you think that they don't like it.
I don't like oral.
You don't like.
I don't like oral.
See, you and Ong, you're kindred spirits because you're
I'm
both
like, nigga, I
deeply.
fuck like Mister. You ain't see Mister get his dick sucking the color purple, did you?
I want my.
I haven't seen it.
I want a hump and pump.
No, I haven't seen the color.
Yeah. I want submission. Don't hold submit. No, they submit when you knocking that transmission loose.
You be hitting transmissions?
I knock that loose.
Man, break the motor mount.
She had the motor knocking.
Wow.
They submit when they looking for L2, gang. You wouldn't know. You ain't equipped with the tools to know that, would you?
I'm surprised you admit. That's the.
Man, you know what it when that motor blowing out. He ain't been there. He don't know. You don't know.
I never hit a trans.
No, that ain't no trans. That's when that large thing. It done it with Leonard.
What?
He made.
Did he?
He hit that out of pocket.
Send me that footage.
Man, you were there.
I need to hear that.
Man,
I was not there. What are you talking about?
He made that out of pocket.
What are you talking about?
They called it queef.
Send me that footage. I
They
want to
made
hear that
queef.
queef.
Man,
I told her no queefing.
Say, what's that boy name got Leonard?
No queefing. Jason Love.
Jason.
Yeah,
The
Jason
Love.
Jason Love.
The Love Dog.
I watched the
The
whole
Love
video.
Vote.
I watched the whole video.
How was that?
Boy, he slow pushed it up and I made it about.
I told her no queefing.
My
one rule.
Yeah, that's
no
one.
queefs.
That's my top 3 points. Watching
For real?
squiggle and sperm.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I ain't even
support.
watching. Check it out.
Yeah, shit. What?
Yeah, we gonna watch him.
Why they doing this man like this in front of his wife, by his wife like that? Damn.
My one rule.
Yeah, that's
no
one.
queefs.
That's my top 3 points. Watching
For real?
squiggle and sperm.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I ain't even
support.
watching. Gotta check it out.
Yeah, shit. What?
Support.
Yeah, we gonna watch him.
Biggest OnlyFans scene of all time. Most money ever earned from a scene ever. That's my baby.
That's my
Right,
baby.
man.
That's my baby. Woo-hoo. I swear y'all different.
Hey, you know, Adam, hey, I tell you my hood because of that shit cold player.
Yeah, no, he ain't no player.
Yeah,
He been treating Leonard bad ever since.
What are
He
you
ain't-
talking about? That's my baby. We going on a date right after
Man,
this.
nah, he been mean
been
to her.
treating
He ain't
niggas
been
bad
nice.
ever since.
You know, nah. You went last time you brought a rose and took her on a date since that boy put that dick in her.
I just ordered flowers for Mother's Day yesterday.
That's Mother's Day. I'm saying regular. You see what I'm talking about?
Probably
Yeah,
like 2
talking
weeks
about-
ago. I got her flowers.
When was Mother's Day?
It's coming up on Sunday.
I was finna say.
You better get 1-800-flowers.com.
Nigga, nah, I saw. No, man. She was the only one supporting you in the ring.
She was supporting me, but I had many people supporting me.
Well, she's
My
supporting both
boxing
y'all.
trainer, Remo.
Did you
Shout
get
out
some
to
pussy?
Remo.
Did you get some pussy
Shout out
after
to
that
Remo.
fight?
Remo
That's
the
the
only
first
one
thing I
I
did.
fuck with up, bro.
For real?
And that nigga back there with the afro, the Chinese
Nathan?
nigga with the afro.
He's not Chinese.
Oh, I forgot.
What about
Yeah,
Josh? The nigga that paid
That's
you.
your
What about
boy.
Josh? The nigga that paid you.
Josh didn't pay me. Adam did.
Josh operated the Cash App.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Josh.
He's actually Jewish.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
all. I love him even more.
Jewish and he loves Mexican women.
I love him even more. My boy, yeah.
I don't know if he's gone black, so he doesn't
Yeah,
even have the
I don't
opportunity
need
to
to.
come
That's how
back.
he
Yeah.
my nigga. Now, don't go black. They go taint you and ruin you.
Oh, yeah?
Stay over there with them Chicos.
Damn. You think I
Shit.
should leave my wife, my
No.
Armenian wife, for a black woman?
No. Darmanian been the best thing in America since the Kardashians.
Oh,
Nigga,
thank you. We
talking
appreciate
about.
that.
But she can't fix you like the Kardashians fixed niggas.
What, they destroy men.
No, they don't. They
Come
make
on.
men better. Look
Yeah,
at
right.
Odom done got better.
Yeah, look at Lamar Odom.
He's doing better now.
Look
Better
at Tiger.
documentary.
They
them niggas doing
destroy
better.
black
No,
men.
they didn't destroy them. They got their life right now. What's that?
So, man, you got a good page.
Run the ball.
Appreciate that, remember?
Yeah, remember Carter Kim had him.
Lamar Odom had like 16 strokes.
That's
Oh,
all
shit.
right. Look at him now, though.
Yeah,
He
what?
wish-
He's
he
doing
wish
a
he'd go
documentary
back.
where he's talking
But he
about
done
having 16 strokes.
But he done got his life together now. His life is set right. And he man, now all the Kardashians.
When I did an interview with him, he was basically like trying to pitch a show in which him and the trans Kardashian, what's her name, Caitlyn, that they would be doing a show. They would talk about sports
The
together.
dad.
And it never came out, which makes me feel like Lamar Odom doesn't
dad.
necessarily have like opportunities dropping into his laps.
Sure he do. I just talked to him the other day, man. Everybody get a bounce back.
Yeah, but if he's doing an interview tour to try to get a podcast
But that was
picked
then.
up,
That was then.
that was like
man.
6 months ago.
Me and
maybe
him
a year.
finna do one together.
I like that. I know he's a great guy.
Yeah, me and him finna do one together. I'm gonna keep it on the low, but I done let it out the bag.
You're gonna do a consistent podcast together.
Yeah, I would do one.
But is that gonna be hard for you because you're traveling around the country?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be hard.
W clip, man. Shout out that boy Adam 22 for actually having humility to sit there and take that whenever they bring it up. You heard me? Cause that take a lot, bro, for real. Cause it was even your plan to use it to go viral in the first place. So you gotta have tough skin doing that. He ain't lying. W video though, man. Shout out that boy Adam's 22 and no jumper. Boy, we got more. Charleston White, Adam, intense argument.
So I come in an era where we heard about get the man, attack the man, fall and slip in the man stove.
Play on Adam, crazy.
The gangbanging didn't come to 89, 90.
He different.
By that time, we already got a foundation.
Right.
So gangbanging is not in our hearts. That's why it's easy for us to quit after so
But
long.
isn't gangbanging just a response to being in extremely dangerous conditions in which you need to group up with other people in order to do battle with other groups of people?
Then why didn't the slaves gangbang?
Probably just wasn't really available to them as an option, right? They were fucking slaves.
Well, based off what you just said, don't you need other people to group up with other people to fight other people? So once we became free in the
But there
19th...
were slave rebellions, right?
It was very few.
Yeah, but because they're oppressed, they have no weapons, they have no money.
So once we got free and got weapons, why didn't we group up in gangs then?
I mean, they were probably more focused on assimilating into the culture that they had just gained their freedom from.
No, they never assimilated. They couldn't.
Well, they probably thought that it was more accessible than it ended up
They
being.
never thought that. My grandmother's 80 years old. She never told me they thought that. She's still alive. My pops is almost 8. They never thought that.
But why did
grandma,
your
man.
grandparents not group up and go to war?
Because it's never been about getting in the gang.
They were survivors. They wasn't fighting. They were survivors, gang, like Charleston. You see what runs in his blood? He tell to get out of jail. He ain't standing on business. He ain't the one leading the riots. He ain't using them knowledge that he had to start revolutions. No. His bloodline was the different type of survivors. Like, yeah, it wasn't survivor to the fittest, but he was just a little more smarter to stay out the way on some little coup de cat shit. But hey, it benefited the bloodline. Look, we got Charles here today. A very feeble, smaller type substance. He don't look like one of the, our people on some shit. At the same time, he still survived, gang. Other people had to do different things to survive. Not everybody had the top genetics. Not everybody was steppers. Not everybody was macho man. Like the Haitians. Oh, no, they fought. Where they had scissors, knives, sticks, and stones. Excuses. Talking about weapons, man. Use what you got.
In your family.
Well, when we say gangs, we think about gangs thought that it was more accessible than it ended up being.
They never thought that. My grandmother's 80 years old. She never told me they thought that. She's still alive. My pops is almost 8. They never thought that.
But why did your grandparents not group up and go to war?
Because it's never been about getting in the gang. It's about building your family.
But when we say gangs, we think about gangs fighting against each other, not like fighting against the people that are controlling them.
Sure we do. When I think of gangs in New York, those people fought against each other. Those were white people, Italians, Irish.
My tribe rebelled.
They were way more dangerous and violent than these today.
Don't you think about that? So much of that is because it's like we accept the structures within our societies, and most of us don't really feel as if we have the power to control the society we live in.
Black people do not accept the structures of society. That's why we go to jail for committing financial crimes. That's why when we go to school, we don't pay attention in class.
Right.
That's why we go
You talking now. Hold on, talk your
ISS. That's why we get kicked off the football team, because we don't fit into the structure.
Yeah.
We have way more power. That's why we sell dope when the white men say we can't sell dope. That's why we pimp and go across the state line when they say don't. So we have the power to do whatever we want to do.
We just ain't using it right because we've been trained by them people to do what they want us to do anyway, so they ain't even got to do nothing no more. AKA, what I be calling the boys? The puppet masters. AKA, we'll leave it there. They
have the power, but it's like most of us don't really think about the world as if we're going to be able to just commit crimes until we change the social order.
We do. It's called ball till you fall. We got music that teaches ball till you fall.
But isn't that the opposite of what we're talking about?
No,
just
that's
balling until you die.
Well, you're trying to make sense of people who don't have sense. And I'm saying, no, our people had greater sense than what you're trying to give them for. Well, don't you think? No, our people thought greater. They built Black Wall Street.
Why are you saying people who don't have sense?
Our people built Black Wall Street. Gangbangers don't have sense. They can't build nothing. They can't manufacture nothing. Black people created some of the things that's mostly been invented, from the stoplight, the cotton gin. What you mean? We didn't think to create gangs. We thought to be free under worse conditions. We're under better conditions.
You talking?
We're freer. Why would we join gangs and they didn't?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of.
I do.
I mean, they do got the Ku Klux. They got the Ku Klux Klan, and they also got the Illuminati, and they got the CIA gang. Come on, they got a police department. Come on, they got some gangs.
A lot of minority groups in our country that didn't really like gravitate towards the whole gang thing, but then there's a lot of non-black groups that did. The mafia.
Well, we never had a mafia because we don't want to be gangsters. Gangsters extort themselves. Black people never extorted one another. We had a community.
LA kind of known for extorting one another.
But
that's the new gang.
Gang started. You got to think all the black people that came from the South that built Watts, California, all them vibrant black towns, all them vibrant black places in LA before gangbanging started. Why them people didn't get and it was vibrant here then?
Yeah. No, that's a good question for sure.
You know why? Because their children didn't have a struggle. The gangbanging children didn't come from gangbanging because they was in impoverished conditions. They could walk the neighborhoods and go get an apple off the tree.
But don't you think that the gang is like a reaction to just feeling hopeless in your life in general? Not necessarily that you're being like violently oppressed on a day-to-day basis.
When I look at them niggas in prison and they join the gangs and they fighting and what they fighting about in jail, catching phase, they don't look hopeless. When they don't hear talking about how they live their gangbanging life, they don't look hopeless. They seem like they're bragging about it. They got pride in it.
When I go to the hood,
they got love for it.
When I go to the hood and I see like, you know, a group of 16-year-old kids sitting around in an alley just like waiting for somebody to come through so they could shoot at their car, these are people who feel hopeless. They feel as if there's no college career path for them. There's no way that they're going to be able to go get a paying job and be able to make 6 figures a year.
Have you done a qualitative study to talk to them and see why?
I mean, this is obviously anecdotal, but these people don't really pursue those opportunities. I'm telling you why.
You're saying obviously from some kids sitting in the alleyway waiting to shoot at a car. Why they not robbing the bank? If they're hopeless, why they not robbing a bank?
Probably because they just view that as being like
why not rob the local,
very low, small chance of success.
Why not rob the local guy that's selling weed? Why not be breaking into a house?
They probably do that. Breaking houses, that's very common.
So why sit in the alley waiting to shoot at nobody? Why not go get a job?
Well, it's part of being a gang. You got to protect your area, right?
No, I've never heard that. Ever.
What?
For real?
I've never heard that.
I mean, they're patrolling for that purpose.
No. They're patrolling to extort each other.
If you get it, you get it.
I would say more often than not, they're patrolling to just protect the block.
So how about this? How about you wake up and go spend some time with those 16-year-old kids? See what conditions that their home life is. See what they do when they wake up in the morning, and tell me how hopeless they is if they got a phone.
All right, I know what they do. They hang out in the neighborhood.
Well, you sound like most typical arrogant white man that try to look from up there. See, you didn't grow up down here to really know. You're making speculations.
Well, I'm making observations based on my life experience.
Your life experience don't fit into the black spectrum because you're looking from afar with binoculars.
I think most people would say the last 10 years of my life, I've been pretty deeply immersed in that experience, right?
When the last...
Well, you forgot Adam Wood of the propaganda pushes, boy. He looking from the office. Boy, he in the meetings. Now he in the meetings, gang. He know what they plan is. He low-key trying to tell you and break it down to you what's going on, but you like take it to now. You know you be in the meetings too.
Last time you had to when the last time you sat at a black table and ate black food in a black household?
I have been to restaurants with black people.
I didn't ask you a restaurant.
We don't go over to people's houses out here.
There you go. So you don't know. You don't know black people.
You have to go to their house to know them?
Yes. If you don't go into a person's home or person's village, how can you know their culture?
In LA, we don't really go to people's houses.
LA ain't black, it's Mexican.
We got a lot of Mexicans, we got a lot of blacks too.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying here, you really don't know black people.
LA and Mexico.
Just because I haven't been to their house to eat dinner?
No.
So we can't just like go to Denny's?
Mexico.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You say observation, but where are you observing from?
Going to people's neighborhoods, doing vlogs and shit.
There you go. So you go into their neighborhood and you figure these guys is hopeless, but they got their cameras on.
It's not like I think they are hopeless. I think they feel hopeless.
No, they don't feel hopeless. They feel good. They feel high because most guys are high. Most guys don't. And when you get drunk and you get the hopeless that you feel goes away.
I mean,
now
if you're a 16-year-old kid smoking weed and numbing yourself all day,
you're not hopeless.
Pills and
you're not hopeless. You're having fun.
It's
not. You're having fun. Most kids are experimental.
Yeah, but you're having fun in the moment by doing something that's kind of separating you from the more long-term opportunities.
It's fun getting guys.
Right. If you start popping perks every day in high school,
bad influence. No, it's not. No. Don't do that. Bad influence. You influencing the youth in the wrong way. That's why I be saying he pushing the propagandas for them people, bruh. It's not fun, bruh. None of that shit fun, bruh. Some people might do it for certain little purposes and things of that nature. You know, medication uses and just things of that nature. But all that is fun. You trying to promote this shit? Like, come on, what the fuck is you doing, Charleston? Who is you really working for at this point? Like, we knew you were police, but I think it's deeper than that.
You're not probably on the path to becoming a lawyer,
well,
right?
that has nothing to do with you. Most kids are experimental.
Yeah, but you're having fun in the moment by doing something that's kind of separating you from the more long-term opportunities.
It's fun getting high, guys.
Right, if you start popping perks every day in high school, you're not probably on the path to becoming a lawyer, right?
Well, that has nothing to do with you coming on the path to becoming a lawyer. You're not hopeless if you're getting high every day. For one, you got money to get high. So how can you be hopeless and you got money to get high?
There's a lot of ways to get high that are pretty inexpensive.
Well, if you can get high, you're not hopeless. You're doing what you want to do.
I would say getting leaves you just as hopeless as you would be otherwise.
When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high. When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high.
But
getting high is for recreation.
A lot of are kind of like...
You're right, but look what he promoting. Damn. Look what he promoting.
Out suicide,
No.
If you start doing fentanyl every day, isn't the end result you dying?
I know some want to get high every day with fentanyl. They want the fentanyl just go make them die and come back to life like Michael Jackson was doing every night.
Right.
Michael Jackson was loving doing that propofol, going there and coming back. It's a motherfucker want the heroin and go almost called the overdose. Yeah. Why? That's where they're going to go buy it from. Yeah. They want the dope. It ain't because you're depressed and hopeless. You want to feel good. This is what you like to do. You enjoy the feeling. Come on, man. It's called choices and decisions. Your conditions don't determine your choices.
But a rational father is not going to sit around and do Percocets all day because he feels like he has an opportunity and he has important things to do. Those are the things that stop people from just sitting around doing.
I know some guys get it.
Charleston, we know that everybody you knew before you were famous were crackheads. So stop telling us about crackheads that you knew, gang, trying to justify that crackheads doing. Crackhead. We know you know some crackheads, gang. We know. We ain't asking about that. He trying to tell you about most civilized human being. He talking about people. You know you don't care about people. It's babies, this, that. Gang. Shut the fuck up sometimes, Charleston.
This is indecision. Your conditions don't determine your choices.
But a rational father is not going to sit around and do Percocets all day because he feels like he has an opportunity and he has important things to do. Those are the things that stop people from just sitting around doing.
I know some guys get high every day and get up and go to work.
Crackheads.
I know some white boys shoot dope, do perk, smoke crack, do...
Obviously, come on.
Do Percocets all day because he feels like he has an opportunity and he has important things to do. Those are the things that stop people from just sitting around doing.
I know some guys get high every day and get up and go to work. I know some white boys shoot dope, do perk, smoke crack, do and they the best lawyers you can find. So I do know some fathers get high every day. I know some mothers come home from teaching school, fix the kids' food, get high and drunk every day, and she's a loving mother.
But isn't the kid or the career a reason to not get that high?
Nope.
It's hard to be a good dad if you're getting
I know some get uploaded. We watched a real life movie of an airplane where Denzel
he talking about himself.
Washington was a pilot getting high every day. Turned the plane upside down, landed the motherfucker perfect, then got to go to the court hearing. Real life.
Snakes on the plane.
No. This is a real life story.
It's called Flight.
It's a real life story.
Flight, bro. You talking about Samuel L. Jackson, bro? Come on, Adam, you going out bad. Talking about all us look the same, but them is two different.
Time got hot again to get normal. It's some people have to operate in their normalcy, getting high, and they are functional at this.
Well, I spent most of my life shitloads of weed, and I've been very successful.
We're not talking about you though. We're not talking. No, I didn't spend most of my life smoking weed.
But you
talking about crack. We talking about that hard shit you were just flexing about, right? The shit you said your friends do. Friends of a feather flock together, ain't it? Ain't y'all one and the same? He ain't lying. Come on, gang. Don't try to run away from accountability, not Charleston.
Got hot again to get normal. It's some people have to operate in their normalcy, getting high, and they are functional at this.
Well, I spent most of my life smoking shitloads of weed, and I've been very successful.
We're not talking about you though. We're not talking. No, I didn't spend most of my life smoking weed.
But you've been smoking a lot of weed since you've been successful, right?
I've been smoking weed, since I've been successful.
And you've been able to manage it. However, I somehow think that if you started fentanyl every day, that you'd probably have a harder time.
I don't know. I know people that I know people that get.
And those are probably the people who are able to do it to some sort of level that isn't going to destroy their lives.
There's such thing that you learn if you understand alcoholism and addiction. There's such thing as functional addicts. Most people are functional addicts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Even functional fentanyl?
Bad thing to promote.
You could do a
Bad thing to
reasonable
promote.
amount. And a lot of people don't. I think I would have a hard time doing this job if I was doing fentanyl every.
There's no such thing, y'all. They functioning like this on the street. They functioning like this, leaning. You heard me? They function like this, falling asleep on. That's not functioning, gang. That's barely surviving. You heard me? Don't listen to that. That's bad influence. Don't listen to these heads telling y'all that these heads. They either dropping out. It gets to a point, man. You don't want to get to that point. Don't even do it.
Yeah, but I could probably work at Amazon.
Where I'm from, most fentanyl addicts die in a short period of time.
Good influence, yes.
Kodak.
You touch it, you dead. That's what you tell them. That's you tell them right there. That's how you tell. Yeah.
From most fentanyl addicts die
Yes.
in a short period of time.
Yeah.
First time.
Kodak Black them ain't dead yet. He said he f***ing with the fake perks.
Yeah.
It's fentanyl and everything. It's fentanyl and everything. So any hard you doing, I know I've been doing hard 40, 50 years.
Yeah,
You
that's why you
crackhead.
never see a crackhead that die.
I ain't seen a fentanyl nigga.
Look at Charleston.
It's more like they die and nobody really cares that much. Right?
I ain't found a died of fentanyl yet.
Man, them
I
niggas-
don't know one person that I can personally say, yeah, they had an overdose of fentanyl. And I
You
know
do
they
that
pop
too?
pills like crazy.
I know plenty of people.
I don't know any.
Man, them niggas miles
A bunch of rappers on this podcast. Lil
Yeah,
Peep
yeah,
died
I
for
don't
taking
know
fake
it.
Xans.
Yeah, I called. I said, I said he died of diabetes. I called.
Bad influence. Bad influence. Man.
I almost forgot that I was dealing with a pretty hardcore conspiracy.
Yeah, Charleston has a bad influence. Boy, his
I just was
tripping, boy.
watching you.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I was just watching you talking to Sean
Why this
Conn
shit
about.
not pausing? My computer acting dummy shit right now, but I'm about to slap this shit. Hey, hold on, let me try to close another tab real quick, y'all boy. Give me 2 seconds. But this shit acting slow to the mother. What we doing, man? I'm over here trying to talk to the guys. This shit. You over here overplaying me and shit. I almost slapped. Shut the computer just not. What the hell wrong with you? All right, let's try this again. We got that boy Charleston White calling out Adam 22 a slave master. And says that boy Crip Matt is a prime example. You ain't lying. Damn. Let's see what he talking about.
I almost forgot that I was dealing with a pretty hardcore conspiracy theorist, which I just was
I'm
watching.
not a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, I was just watching you talking to Sean Conn about how the world is flat.
Y'all boys
and
make
all
sure
this
y'all hit
type
that
of
like
shit.
button too,
I
man.
never said the world flat. I said the world round.
Okay, he actually said that he thinks.
I believe the world round.
No, he thinks the moon landing is fake. You guys both agree that space is fake.
I didn't say space was fake. I said I think the ocean is
I don't
space.
that space is the ocean.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like you're kind of doing a disservice to your overall message by
I
saying
don't have
stuff
a
like
message.
that.
I don't have a message.
Charleston got a message?
I don't have a message.
Well, you do whether you want to. Or
I've never
not.
had a message.
Well,
My
F your
message
baby?
was
The culmination of
my
everything you
message
say
was,
is your message.
hey y'all, I'm a character.
Ain't
This
got
is
no
not the
message.
real me. I want to take y'all back to my second Say Cheese TV interview. I said, say man, it sounds like y'all falling for the macking in the conversation. I'm just playing a character.
Exactly. You been showing your true self ever since. F your baby, this, that, everybody a problem. You don't like nobody, F everybody. Yeah, that's the real you, I guess. You were playing that first, talking about you care about people, and you actually had a message. You was trying to talk about the bad, but now everything, you find a way to make it bad. He ain't lying. Be crazy.
Half the shit I say I don't mean or believe.
But isn't that something for you to just kind of fall back on when you find yourself in unfriendly territories?
I've
as a
touched
I remember
podcaster?
this interview.
I've touched millions. I
They don't
stay in
believe it.
unfriendly territory and ain't nobody done nothing.
So stop
I
believing
intentionally
them.
disrespect dead people, kids. So ain't nobody, everybody I done disrespect, I done been in their face and I never bow down.
Right.
I told y'all I'm playing a character.
But when you take on your more stances like
I make a million.
right, but like, you know, making
the
fun of
extreme
somebody's kid, like,
I
doesn't
make
that
fun of
telling
it.
y'all-
What you gonna do about it? I'm not dead
Man, I
kid.
can
What
see
you
the
gonna
world-
do?
Well, I could do that too, but what do I gain
do
from
it.
that?
But what you mean? I like to do it.
I'm
You
just
like
able
to
to see
make fun
this.
of kids?
I love
though?
it.
But how do you justify that?
Easy. Same reason white people justify slavery. And
Not
look
this
from-
white person?
Well, you make an observation.
But white people also eliminated slavery in America.
No, they didn't.
Well, yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, we had
No,
a whole
they didn't.
war.
No, they didn't. They didn't eliminate slavery.
Well,
You must don't know the 14th Amendment.
Okay, well-
Dumbass. You didn't pay attention.
slavery was a thing, and then slavery stopped being a thing, and the
no.
excess
Slavery-
in between that was a
slavery never-
war in America.
No, it wasn't. That was
Really?
over states' rights. That wasn't over slavery.
Right, states' rights to have
No,
slaves.
no. It wasn't over states' rights. That was over the states saying the federal government can't tell us anything. Had nothing to do with
Yeah,
slavery.
sure.
Right, but slavery was kind
It
of
had
the
nothing to
biggest
do with
issue
slavery.
in that regard.
No, it didn't. It had
They
nothing to
used
do
this-
with slavery. It had states' rights. The same thing we're fighting over now. The federal government can't infringe upon no states' rights. Had nothing to do with slavery. Why? Because slavery was never abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime. Maybe you should read the 14th Amendment.
You really want me to do this?
I'm asking you to.
Was slavery abolished?
Slavery was abolished, except you've been duly convicted of a crime.
Yes, chattel slavery was legally abolished in most countries over the 19th and 20th centuries. I didn't even narrow it down to the U.S.
He said most countries. American slavery, the 14th Amendment abolished slavery except what? You've been duly convicted of a crime.
It was abolished through the 13th Amendment.
Duly convicted of a crime. Go to the 14th.
Right, but I don't think that the fact that we have prisons necessarily take...
Now, how you gonna look at everything but what he told you to, gang? Nah, for real. Nah, he kind of right, though. He said, Google tripping, laugh my ass off. Shake my head, this man. Nah, for real, gang. He acting like he can't search what Charleston White done told him. Like, Charleston actually told you the thing. He quoted the thing. Maybe he might be right. Just look at the 14th Amendment. You gonna stop at the 13th talking about, well, most countries... ain't list America on there. Most countries could be China. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Adam, you could have did better to fight this fight. That's all I'm saying.
It's away from the fact that we abolished slavery, right? I mean,
what?
Prisons
offer
a different
but what he told
role in society, and every country has prisons.
So why do they have private prisons?
Because
with private investors who make money off free labor.
Because they think that private corporations are able to provide these services more efficiently.
They don't think. I would suggest you go back and read your amendments, huh?
Right.
So you have private prisons. So why is the private industry and why is prison on the stock market?
But why are private enterprises able to perform almost every task in business more efficiently than government-owned corporations? Like don't you think McDonald's is better fit to serve cheap burgers than if the U.S. were to like create their own burger chain? And I'm not necessarily defending private prisons. I'm just saying it's logical why they exist.
You just said how does slavery goes into the prison system? Slavery has to do with what?
No, I actually think they're two totally different things.
Free labor, right? Slavery is free labor.
Yeah.
For somebody making money. So you have the government, you have the sheriff department, you have the state who owns prisons, right? And they put people to work. You paying your dues. You pay your dues to society.
In the rap labels, don't forget the rap labels. You want to also throw in maybe, but these podcasters at this point, because the way they've been moving these past couple years, boy, they might be doing more damage than the rappers.
Why did the private industry, private sector of business get into the prison and take it to the stock market, where slaves was once on the stock market?
Probably
before there were stocks, there were slaves.
It's the same reason that people choose to use UPS instead of the Postal Service.
Well, like the typical white boy. Let's go to the next question. I see how you're looking at it.
But what am I saying that's wrong? Private corp.
You comparing chicken nuggets to the human beings' lives. Of course, a little kid should be able to want to sell lemonade as a child, gang, and start their business. But a child that want to be a slave master and own prisons is two different things, completely, gang. What the fuck is you talking about? He basically said that should be just government. That's government right there. Like, come on now, it should be rules, regulations, all type of shit beyond that. Y'all need to handle that. If anybody gonna handle that at all. Not that can own a Burger King corporation. That's what he's saying, bruh. Y'all need to get better at y'all analogies.
Corporations are able to provide services more efficiently than the government.
I went to school to study law at Texas Wesleyan University.
Y'all think that makes sense? Starting a lemonade stand versus starting a... Come on. That don't come on.
It's a reason why they put accept in there. And there's a clause.
Now I'm curious.
There's a reason why there's a clause
me?
in accept. It's not abolished. That's why it's accept in there.
So
there's no reason to keep arguing with a fool who don't know what he know.
You ain't just see this in the one court. My fault for pausing the video again, y'all boys. But y'all ain't just see that last court case when the warden of the jail came in and said, "Oh, this looked like a good specimen. Good, nice, young. His muscles still work fine. No, don't kill him. Let him work for me. Free way." This what I'm talking about. This is that he could have had a lemonade stand, but y'all let him play with people's lives. You see the difference? You see what I'm saying? This is a real life example. Y'all know about the nigga in that Fulio case?
He won't even read it. He's using chat.
Are you in denial about the fact that slavery used to be a thing and now it's not?
No, slavery is still a thing.
Okay, but only in the context of prisons.
No. You got slavery in Arabs. You got the Arabs that selling African slaves.
I thought we were talking about America.
No. You still in America. They work on your podcast as slaves. They work for pennies and crumbs.
Well, they get paid and they can leave at any time.
They get paid for crumbs.
They get paid and they can leave at any time.
You're a slave master.
Those are kind of the biggest factors of slavery is that you're not getting paid and you can't.
Charles are calling them mock.
I wouldn't call them slaves. They're indentured servants.
No.
Yes, they're indentured service.
Should we look up the definition
well,
of
they're
indentured
getting
service?
paid pennies.
They're not
crumbs.
indentured. They
They're
can
not
leave at any
making what
time.
I make.
They're not servants. They're employees.
Them niggas still stuck in a
Okay,
rut.
how is No Jumper different than like a TV station or any other business that pays people for their time?
Well, I've never seen nobody go here and go up.
That's so not true.
Name one person.
For the record. You could point to somebody like Brick Baby who came on No Jumper and immediately became like one of the most well-known.
I've never.
Locked up right now. What you talk about?
I've never seen him on anywhere other than a low-budget channel. I've never seen him get booked.
Well, now he's in prison, which is the whole thing.
Well, before then,
but he was getting tons of paid interview bookings because of his time on
I've
No
never
Jumper.
seen him on a major platform anywhere. Name
What
one.
about somebody like Crip Mac who's been able to
I've
earn
never seen him on
figures a year for past 5 years that we've been doing
Christopher
content?
Joy made 6 figures out Crip Mac. Crip Mac is dumb and stupid.
Okay,
You
if
got his
Crip Mac
merchandise.
signed a bad deal, then it is what it is.
So let me just say it. So show me where Crip Mac have left No Jumper and springboarded. Yeah, he springboarded to Drewski and
Yep.
came right back down to here.
And Channel 5,
Where in
big
Channel
platforms
5?
like that.
We're at Channel 5.
Channel 5.
Here in LA?
They travel all over the U.S.
I hadn't seen him travel nowhere. When I look at his page and his social media page, I don't see
He's
no
legally
evidence.
not really allowed to travel.
I don't see no evidence where he's been anywhere. And he was, listen, and at one point in time, he was a
just locked up for 2
major
years.
figure. Before he was locked up, he was a major figure.
still is.
He should have had voice off. Man, nah, y'all.
He came out and did
did
a million views on his
over
first
him.
interview.
but did a
Y'all
million views
keeping
and
it
got what
real.
out of it? I do a million views daily.
Granted, you have...
I do 50
you have
million a
shown
month.
an ability to have a sustained
I do 50
impact in
million
that
a month
regard?
just on one platform on TikTok. I'm 4 billion. He should be like that too, but he can't sell himself. He needs somebody else to market.
Well, I'm
him.
assuming you would agree that Crip Mac maybe doesn't have the depth that you have, right?
Yeah, he is slow.
I'm not saying
And it's only so much you can do with a
I'm
gangbang.
saying the
It's
variety
only
that you provide in an average podcast is a little bit more
It's
than he
only
provides, right?
so much you can do with a California gangbanging who's not articulate. It's only so much you can do with it.
I think he is pretty articulate
He's
in
not.
his own way.
He won't because he mispronunciate words. He stick with
Mispronunciate.
5. So you can't. It's hard to sell that to it's hard to go major with that.
Well, you both probably would fall into the category of people who maybe didn't
Charles.
necessarily
But you get it
do
right, you
super
gonna call
well
him
in
out for
school.
it.
I done very well in school. I done very well in school.
I'll probably
Very
say
well
you
in
didn't.
school.
What made you
very-
think Charleston didn't do good at school?
I guarantee you, I made the dean's list.
I feel like his intelligence might not have necessarily blossomed in the traditional educational environment.
I've been a straight A
Yeah,
student
you right.
my entire life. I went to college and never studied.
He was living
Been
with
on
his
a
mama.
who's who.
That's impressive.
Very academically
No
inclined.
dark zone.
Very academically inclined. Yeah, very academically inclined. I didn't
He
go to
was
school
locked up.
almost until I was in the 6th, 7th grade. So I had a private tutor. I was taught one-on-one. So I've always excelled in class.
Your parents had money to hire a
Yeah.
private tutor instead of sending you to school?
Yeah, my mother.
What were they worried about?
My mother was very well financial. My granddad and grandmother owned a restaurant and a hotel long before I was born. So I come from a very
I ain't know
financially
that.
stable family.
Damn. That's
Yeah, I never grew up in the
old bro
projects. Don't know
selling
what
it.
it's like to live in the hood.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a
G-Mo
member
was
for only
too.
$5 a month. It really helps support us, and it also gives you early access to all of our content. Let's go.
I tell everybody all the time, I great.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that boy Charleston low-key held his own on that last interview, boy. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, Adam ain't know what to do right there, boy. He got to bring it up anything. But we got that boy Charleston White accusing Adam 22 of being secretly racist. Damn, so this low-key part 2.
I tell everybody all the time, our greatest ally and greatest friend of America is a white man like Adam.
That was a good point. Thank you.
You really are.
Actually, when you came out and you were saying why you didn't want to do content with me, because you said that you don't like white boys like me who love black people,
Yeah, I don't.
and you prefer white dudes who are blatantly in your face racist,
That's
which
why- that's
I
what-
do feel kind of complimented that you don't put me into that category.
I don't. You're the worst kind. You're the hidden racist. The one that act like you like us but really don't. That's
You
why
could put me on a lie detector test right now. You're not going to be able to find out that I'm racist.
That's why you ain't been at no
Find
black
out.
people table. You would have been.
We found out right there. Adam, why don't you state it like that? You're not gonna be able to find out that I'm what? Lie detector, the test determines. That was the lie. Come on, Adams. You snitched on yourself. He said crazy accusations for real. Nah, for real. He telling this man he racist.
The worst.
That's why I say Charleston out of all people. Come on, gang. You was the last person supposed to be telling somebody today what's the
Kind. You're
name.
the hit.
But hey, you know how they be like, right message, wrong messenger. But them wrong messengers been on the road, bro.
And you prefer white
With the
dudes
right
who are
message.
blatantly in your face racist,
That's
which
why-
I do feel kind of complimented that you don't put me into that category.
No. You're the worst kind. You're the hidden racist. The one that act like you like us but really don't.
You
That's
could
why
put me on a lie detector test right now. You're not gonna be able to find out that I'm racist.
That's why you ain't been at no black people table.
What you mean find out?
Mama Green.
I'm trying to get to the Rug Nation brunch. They don't want to have me.
I'm gonna get you there.
Yeah, I don't think you're going either.
No. I don't think,
I don't think you going either.
No, I really think.
Cut me open. You're not gonna find any racists.
In all actuality, I really think you the white kid we went to school with. I would have spent the night at your house. You would have spent the night at my house. My mom would have took you to school. You just caught up into the streets. You will not come across back to where we played basketball at. We didn't play basketball in the hood.
I was bad at basketball.
Me and you played in the front yard.
Yeah.
But we had a net. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Didn't have no net.
Oh, see, that's another way that we have in common is that we're both people that probably didn't necessarily excel physically, but we were outspoken and our minds were probably pretty advanced.
I excel physically too.
I'm looking at you and
I know.
He talking about burgers. He calling y'all burgers, Charleston. And Charleston, no, you didn't excel physically. Stop fucking. We seen the fight. Yeah. We heard about the injuries. No offense, gang. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We just don't like liars. Ain't nothing wrong with being a handicap, bro. Embrace who you is. Ain't nothing wrong with being a fragile dude, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being built like a 13-year-old grown man. There's nothing wrong with none of that, gang. Embrace it. It's who you are. You feel me? Stop trying to run from it and fake shit all the time. Like certain shit you just can't lie about, gang. You're not finna lie about what the fuck we looking at. We seen your dance moves. We seen you moving. You built like the shit off Men in Black, gang. You built like the shit off Men in Black, gang. He ain't lying. Some lies we just not finna let you slide with, gang. You was not athletic, bro. Let that shit go. Y'all boys make sure you hit that like button. Charleston is just saying nonsense. That's what I'm saying. He going too far now. He going too far. What, you was an athlete? What, you was a boxer? What, you got some medals from when you was a kid? What, you went to the Olympics? Stupid ass. He ain't lying. This capping.
didn't necessarily excel physically, but we were outspoken.
And run it back a little bit.
Oh, see, that's another way that we have in common is that we're both people that probably didn't necessarily excel physically, but we were outspoken and our minds were probably pretty advanced.
I excel physically too.
Looking at you, and I'm confused.
We all looking at you.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, they always told you.
Fight look just like Adam 22. That what he based y'all off of. Look, this can't even keep his composure. I read it back one more time. My fault, y'all, boy. He said, this Charleston on he low-key pissing me off. Not for real, gang.
Outspoken and our minds were probably pretty advanced.
I excel physically too.
I'm looking at you and I'm confused.
I know.
What you could dunk?
Yeah, they always told you. Listen, they always told you it ain't the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight.
Well, it should confuse you too because look how big I am.
It's like, it's like I saw plenty big like you that was weak to me.
There ain't nothing weak about the 22 stick.
I
want to see the fight now. Charleston White versus Adam 22. Aiden, set that shit up, pay for that shit. Nah, for real, because Charleston talking crazy right now to Adam, and I don't like it, because they got literally the two worst fights that you ever showcased. So having them for a rematch would actually sell out.
I watched you run in the ring from punches that you didn't want to take.
Yeah.
What you did?
I ain't never dodged no punch. It was a play.
Was
you
a
wouldn't
play.
take one punch though. I was disappointed.
They
said it couldn't have been no play out.
I really thought you were scared. That's why I came and hugged you. I really thought you were scared. I saw you flinching, and that was a big.
Right.
That was a big.
That was part of the play.
Nah, I watched you. That's why I ran and hugged your motherfucker. I look, you didn't want to take down motherfucker.
Yeah, you came up to me right after the fight and you said, hey, I got nothing but respect for you.
Yeah, I did.
And I was like, well, I lost the fight, but at least I got Charleston White's respect. 3 days later, you're on the internet talking about me.
You know why?
Why?
I thought we had everything hashed out.
And because I took Sean Cotton's side.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was in the right, and you did end up going back to him, which to me kind of validates that.
I never quit him.
You quit publicly during an interview. I mean, you said you did.
Literally did.
You literally said into a camera.
This is my last interview for what? That year. Dumb. Me and Sean played on y'all. We were still talking.
Me and Sean did a whole...
He played on you too, dumb.
Wait, you're telling me this was a play?
That was a play.
Oh, what the Sean?
Me and Sean been talking the whole time.
Man, I thought the mafia took your eyeball out.
Me and Sean played on y'all the whole time.
Sean, man.
He white man. We play. Come on, my. Listen.
I'm never trusting a Texas dude again.
Listen, see, man, I get y'all so caught up, man. That's why it's been almost 7 years of me doing this, because it's too easy to play on the camera. Tell them what they want to hear. Today I don't like this. Tomorrow I like it. Today I'm mad at this. I sit back and think of shit. So guess what? I knew what he was doing. He was trying to set up.
He really be playing in y'all face.
Texas thing, because them Philly putting the pressure on him. So what I did, I spent on him.
Who's from Philly?
I ain't gonna say his name, but I knew what he was doing. He was trying to make a play for his hometown Philly.
Oh, Skino.
He was trying. So what I did, I spent on him. I spent on him because I got my agency saying, hey, man, we got a brand deal on the table. Watch out on this here. So I went on there and said, man, I'm going to play for the brand deal. Played mad like I was on Sean Cotton. And after we got the money, I said, then I'll see you next year. That was the end of the year.
Sean seemed pretty sincere in having his feelings hurt by you turning on him.
I seemed sincere in that interview.
It was a mother.
I probably seemed pretty sincere in that boxing match.
You did. But listen, he with me while I'm talking to Sean. 607 Mark.
Your newest booty goon.
Well, this is what I realized.
What you call that, man?
They pit us against each other.
You and Unc? Or
you and all white platforms.
Call them out.
Talk over this set, you get this. So you make content on
You're
this.
acting like there's so many white platforms. Me and Vlad might be it for the duration of the.
Cap, you know that, bruh. You know better, bruh. You know better than that, bruh. Y'all is abusing and using us left and right, gang. You talking about you and Vlad. Get out of here. What about the rest of the Avengers? Simple to Black, too.
Sure existing.
Emmett, did you hear the arrogance
Charleston?
of this?
Who's the other white boys that are making any kind of moves in the media space?
Neon. Man, I can go
Neon
with a
is
whole
Indian.
Neon white.
I can go with a whole bunch of
Clive
white
ain't interviewing rappers.
Man, you crazy in the
He went to the club with Blueface.
man. So let me say, so you and Vlad ain't the only two white boys that got this thing on.
But who else is doing interviews
I
and
can go
shit?
name
He
a whole
just
bunch of
named
white
like
boys.
5.
But let me just say,
I mean, you know, you got to respect Trap, but he ain't doing interviews.
White
not doing interviews. It's a different thing.
White media platform live and make money off pitting together. That's why your platform will go get a guy. And y'all ain't never done a car wash together. Y'all ain't never done a backpack school supply. Y'all ain't never done nothing together but came up for fault. Get this hurt. This car get robbed. All y'all done. So what I did, I sit back and said, that's the formula. This is why they won't never get a Say Cheese TV.
Whoa. What you mean the formula? Nigga? I said that's the informants. Cause you talk about the formula, boy. I got the name in the Avengers. Like, hold on, that's what? But they got a squad, boy, them Avengers, man.
Charleston White, a DJ Academy, they won't get all the black people together and let us work together. So what I did, I bagged back before the end of the year. Before I did the Say Cheese TV interview, I went and made up with everybody black I ever had a beef with.
Well, it seems like you're making up with everybody white too, because me and Vlad both got our beef squashed over the last couple of weeks too, right?
Well, y'all need me, so y'all had to come back and with me. But y'all was left out the picture just before I came back with y'all.
I mean, me and Vlad are both doing pretty good, right?
I intentionally went and got with every black person I ever had beef with and put them in a position and mend the beef.
Isn't that kind of like the definition of racism?
Yeah. It is. So what I did, I created, because when me and him was into it, when I was into it with 607 Monk, I was into it with Woody, and it was somebody else. I had a producer come to me, and this during the Thug and them trial, they wanted to do a documentary on snitching in hip hop, and this was right during the end of Thug and them trial. This would have went crazy, but because of my arrogance, my ego, and my dislike for some men I had never met before, I lost 6 figures. I said, I ain't doing shit with him. 607 man, he said, he go me, man. I turned I lost money like a mother. And I did it with arrogance. So then Charlie Kirk died. So I wanted to prove a point to black people that they cowards, that I'm the only in America that will ever spit on Charlie Kirk's name. And I spit on his name, his daughter, his wife, and lost everything. They canceled my tour. And boy, I was scratching my head saying, boy, I think I done f***ed up. Boy, they done cut the lights out on me. So then I went back and mended relationship, because I said, shit, I gotta try to create some new content. Say, what's up, Woody? I see you want to do comedy. I forgot what this did to make...
That when that boy Charleston started fixing all them bonds he done destroyed in the past, boy. See, that one thing I give him, boy. Even though it took him some years, down there 7 years to start apologizing and take accountability, boy. He was able to grow past that now. You heard me? Grow more as an artist. Cause boy, he done f***ed himself up. And he knew it. Yeah, boy. He knew the only choice was to go work with the he wasn't given a chance. You know, setting up their interviews and things of that nature. So he was like, fuck, I might need to go on his platform now.
Me really reach out to him and be like, say, you really a real nigga. So it made me
You really a real
nigga. When it looked,
Boy, you see what the niggas say when they need you, boy? I'm a real nigga out Charleston. Oh.
so then I went back and mended the relationship because I said, shit, I got to try to create some new content. Say, what's up, Woody? I see you want to do comedy. Put Woody on stage. I forgot what this did to make me really reach out to him and be like, say, you really a real. So it made me reshift my mind when it looked like I had lost what I had built.
Yeah.
From arrogance,
Yeah.
having dislike and disdain for some guys who I've been watching, didn't have no vision watching, and don't even know. So that put me into a different perspective and started saying, nigga, you turned down a business decision based on your feelings.
Fearless.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Smart
I'll never do that
decision.
again.
See?
So that made
That's learning. That's growth.
me I had to rebrand.
But how do you separate?
Well, I ain't see the rebrand yet. You been saying a lot about that rebrand since the top of the year. We ain't seen much of it yet, though. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That's a lie right there. We have seen some decent interviews, so I ain't gonna do that to you. I ain't gonna do that to you. But you still wilding for the most part.
Your feelings from your actual principles.
Because I don't have no actual principles online. I don't wake up with no principles online.
You don't have any like beliefs
I
about
say
what's wrong. Right?
God, no. Because in my mind, y'all think this real and I'm just creating content.
Right.
Y'all think this is real. So I have no principles when acting and entertaining comes into poor play. No principles. You do, what principles do you have?
Anything.
You let a man f your wife. What principles? So I have no principles.
But
like
that
you
doesn't
don't.
violate my principle.
But it might violate your children's principles one day. See what I'm saying? So
None of their business.
so that's what I'm saying.
Adam, he got you, gang. Adam, he got you, gang. I was like, yeah, nah, Charles was just chatting, but bruh. Now I say, Adam, some shit you just wasn't never supposed to do, gang, cause that's forever over your head, and the right one go, yo, this don't play, where?
I have no principles.
But
like
that
you
doesn't
don't.
violate
One thing he good at being is evil, gang.
my principle.
But it might violate your children's principles one day.
You ain't lying.
See what I'm saying? So
None of their business.
so that's what I'm saying. It's none of y'all business.
It's they whole family legacy. What you mean none of their business? They gotta know about their grandbaby, their grandpappy, their great-great-great-grandbaby. Come on, man. The slave plantation they once owned. You talking about none of their business. What?
Right.
Y'all think this is real. So I have no principles when acting and entertaining comes into poor play. No principles. You do, what principles do you have?
Yeah, now he's
Anything.
You
the
let a
worst.
man f your wife. What principles? So I have no principles.
But
like
that
you
doesn't
don't.
violate my principle.
But it might violate your children's principles one day.
You ain't lying.
See what I'm saying? So
None of their business.
that's what I'm saying. It's none of y'all business whether I got principles or not. So f your baby, f your dead mama, f your dead. So I have no principle. I'm here to do what? Provoke thought, evoke emotions. Why? That's what entertaining is all about.
But okay, I feel like a lot of this is performative, right?
give a fuck about your
Nobody
feelings.
really thinks that you're actually going to sue Young Thug.
Well, I wasn't for real. I'm telling y'all, I wasn't for real.
Okay.
He didn't have a gun. So why would I go lie and say he had a gun? I lied and told y'all he had a gun.
Didn't they tell you basically like we
No,
keep
they
choppers
didn't.
or something?
No, they didn't.
We step on
He whispered it. We step on
right.
We don't.
yeah, he whispered it. We step
They do. There was a whole trial.
Yeah, they don't know. What'd he do?
He beat it by the skin of his teeth.
What'd he do? He didn't beat it. He copped out and his buddies beat
But
it.
if I got homies that before me, I still step on it.
Woody beat it. He copped
you don't.
out.
Guys that I hired.
So
No.
they're not there to step on.
He knows, but
They're not there to step on. So why you
Yeah,
telling me
he's
we
gangster
step
for real.
on?
because we collectively
Yeah,
as an organization,
Woody is retired.
does,
he
the,
ain't got it.
does the United States kill people?
No,
Donald Trump kills
the
people.
military kills people.
He doesn't do it himself.
The military does.
Yeah, Donald Trump's military.
United- the
my
military-
hitters are my military.
Well, that's what you think because you think these do that for you, but
Actually,
by
don't do
yourself,
any
you
of
don't
this.
step
But
on
if I
nothing.
did, you know.
well, do what I'm saying. You can't say we. And you
Woody
not-
Woody was Young Thug's military.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody was a car thief, man.
And I disrespected Woody and got in the car with him. I said, his mama, his baby, and went and we apologized. I got in the car with him, went to his hood and faced his family. Man, you talked about and I ain't had nobody with me.
Last time I interviewed Woody, he was very, very upset with you.
So
I know you guys patched that up at some
well,
point.
we go back and forth. Right now, we forward. Yeah, we ain't back together.
Right.
If you enjoyed that clip,
ain't
make
back
sure you become
together.
a member for only $5.
He said we forward. I'm thinking they back good. You heard me? He said we ain't back together. Hell, let me y'all back on some bull. Come on, Charleston. Yeah, Charleston be wild, boy.
All right, so what is No Jumper's involvement in this? Please tell me like what.
Hold on, what they say? Let me read that bit real quick. We got that boy Charleston White tells Adams that No Jumpers is destroying gang banging. Well, hopefully Charleston takes some accountability here too, because him and 6ix9ine's playing a big part as well, along with the podcasters.
All right, so what is No Jumper's involvement in this? Please tell me like what I need to be doing better as a person who.
Y'all boys hit that like button too. Stop playing, man. Yo.
All right, so what is No Jumper's involvement in this? Please tell me like what I need to be doing better as a person who is making money off of the black community.
You're very successful at what you're doing. I wouldn't suggest that you change and switch up nothing because this shit is working for you.
Okay, but you want to destroy the gang community, so you're seeing No Jumper as being effective at that?
I ain't got nothing with the gang community. I got problem with my gang bangers in my city. What y'all do in California don't mean shit to me.
And for the record, I think the position of the average LA gangbanger is not like, oh, Texas is the goofiest. It might be like to a certain extent. It might be like, oh, y'all do things that we don't do, or y'all don't beef the same way that we beef. They might have some opinions about that, but in my time in this, I never heard somebody from LA be like, oh, every gang member from Houston or Dallas is goofy as like that's not the attitude.
I've heard them say it on here. I've heard them say it.
I've heard them say, "Oh, y'all are not doing it right.
I done heard Gumby say it. I can go live. This is what I'm saying.
But Gumby's the one who's calling out from Texas because he just feels like they're doing it wrong.
I agree with Gumby. You niggas are frauds. You ain't real because I grew up watching the culture. Ain't nobody came from LA and put these down. LA came to use us and play on us, and when they got through, they left. Didn't no real really come out there and put nothing down. Homie, we was a country town that didn't know nothing about gangbanging until we saw the movie Colors.
Yeah.
Boot Nose came out here, had some relatives, brought some rolling 60 niggas out there. The Skyline Power went out there, but ain't no real Crips went to Texas and put nobody down. Fort Worth was one of the first cities before Houston and Dallas the game. San Antonio had some real LA go. OKC, but Fort Worth, Texas, nah, my country boys. We had posses fighting at the skating ring. Yeah. So I'm telling these, ain't none of y'all real. If you ain't came up here and got put on,
you gotta go all the way over here. That's pretty unrealistic for the average gang member.
Say right? if you ain't a real Muslim until you done took your pilgrimage to Mecca, like Malcolm. You just a jailhouse Muslim.
If
nigga.
you're gonna make it out here, it's gonna cost you at least, let's say, $1,500. That's kind of out of the realm of possibility.
Get on your Greyhound bus and come get that ass kicked up here. Book that Greyhound bus ticket, take that week
dudes
ride.
Who do that go viral and get clowned for coming to LA and getting beat into a set by people that they don't know and that they're never going to see again.
Well, think about this,
when it happens,
you getting clowned when you go to prison by your family members for representing a street in the color that you don't even know where to go walk on. You got all this shit tattooed on you. 5 dudes who you can't even go walk on them people's street.
Ain't never been on the street.
You can't even go up there and mention it. You can't even mention it. And if you go to the feds and you from Texas and you get out that Texas car and go get in that Crip and Blood car, you a goof troop. They gonna use you. You a mule, you a holder. So everybody looking at you crazy and stupid. You rolling 60, but you can't go up there. And you go die for this. You go hurt your mama for this. You go abandon your kids for this. And you ain't got no lineage to it. It didn't make sense to me when I started thinking as a logical thinking man.
For sure.
Yeah, joining a gang is pretty illogical for most people.
Well,
if you're a young kid who's trying to not get his ass whooped walking home from school, I guess I get it, but carrying that into your adulthood, probably not a great idea.
That's when most of us get in there as a boy.
Yeah. Well, so they clown anyone who doesn't. You join a gang when you're in your 20s, they're going to ruthlessly clown you.
So you mean to tell me you still have the same values, the same morals and affirmation and affection that you have at 15 and 16 and 50?
Definitely not.
I don't. So that's why I look at these as being mentally
even just the notion of hood hop and the idea that you join a gang when you're 16 and then all of a sudden you're 21 and you realize, oh, the gang I joined, those dudes are a bunch of busters. I want to join this other gang, hang out with these other people. If you do want to be in a gang, even just that, the idea that 5 years later you can't change your mind about who you want to hang out with it puts gangbanging into the realm of like fantasy. Like this is
switching
just
gangs or just denouncing.
That's what I'm saying. They'll destroy you on the internet if you switch hoods. Right?
You destroy gangbanging culture with your podcast. I did.
But just what, shining light on it?
Yeah. You gave light to an unlit world. Get on here to see the none of them have a business mind. None of them can talk
Some
about.
Some of them certainly.
I've been watching you for years.
Black Sam.
Black Sam don't have a business mind. That's something Nipsey built. He just happened to be running.
But they didn't get that far with Nipsey. Black Sam's taking it into reality.
If Nipsey wouldn't have died, they wouldn't have it this far.
Nah, I bet they'd be further ahead.
I doubt it.
If they had this giant billboard of a human being, this guy who was promoting this shit at every time.
Well, you got to think. Diddy had control of him, so how good he would have been.
Diddy had control of Nipsey?
Who had the album done? Who done that Victory album?
I don't know. I don't think I ever heard their names together.
Well, there's a video of them clapping together. He told, hey, man, y'all quit clapping.
I don't.
So you tell me, had he not died, this wouldn't be what it is. The marathon wouldn't be what it was.
You don't think?
I know so.
Really? I think
because when he was alive, he didn't get this same support from LA.
That is true.
He didn't have this same support with Fat Burger and the Marathon store when he was alive.
You mean Marathon Burger?
Well,
Fat Burger's its own thing.
He had a Fat Burger right there. Didn't he have the Fat Burger right there in the store? In the corner?
You gotta chill.
Yeah, they took me there. They took me on a tour there.
He owned a Fat Burger?
That's what I was told, with the pictures and everything in there.
I heard that.
So that's where the idea of the Marathon Burger came from. Okay. So you tell me, if it wasn't for his death, where would the support come from?
Just him as a person. Like he had just got on the cover of GQ. You know, he's like kind of reaching like that was a big part of why it was such a tragedy when he got killed, because he was reaching a whole new level.
I was living here in LA at the time. I didn't hear his music playing on the radio.
Yeah, but it was growing, and a lot of people from the hood, especially, will tell you that he was the sound of their adolescence.
And he definitely was blowing up around that time, bro. I was seeing a lot of interviews, bro. He had some of the best interviews I seen on the internet around that time, especially, gang. You feel me? Before like the Russes and shit, I feel like he inspired the Russes and things of that nature. Gang was dropping that gems. Talking about, he did the mixtape. I'm talking about Jay-Z went and bought that shit. I think he sold that bit $100 a pop. Like, Gang was making money moves for the independent artists around the world. I ain't gonna sit here and lie like, I want to go tune in his music immediately. I'd have heard a song or two after the fact. Guilty of it. But, come on, I was seeing them interviews, gang. That boy was talking for the independent artists and around the world. But we were listening, boy.
Yeah, nah.
For me, on Melrose, hanging out with the sound.
Before Russ, it was Nipsey.
Cloud rappers, though, for sure.
But some of y'all, it might be Jay-Z.
The day of his passing, I could have named one song.
Yeah.
The day of his funeral, I knew the whole Victory Lap album.
But there's a million rappers in Texas like that, too, where you guys all know all their songs, and then meanwhile, we don't know what the fuck's going on.
It don't matter. They're not.
Right. But
they don't have a burger store.
But usually when people die, their legend status kind of goes up, right?
Pop Smoke didn't. His music did, but his legend status didn't.
Pop Smoke is an icon. You go to New York, they got murals everywhere.
His music is.
The music, too.
But when you say his music went up, but Pop Smoke is not an icon. His music is.
He maybe not on the level of Nipsey, but I think he's an icon.
DMX died. He didn't go up.
I mean, I would say DMX.
Doe B died. He didn't go up.
But DMX also died after being basically like a public addict for like 20 years.
No matter.
What's up with the disrespect, bro?
Nipsey didn't have that kind of.
Y'all wild in the day,
right?
She died of addict,
and she would probably be mourned. She would be mourned in a more serious way if she hadn't been a public drug addict.
So what I'm saying is, you don't get the same support just because you die.
But a lot of people, their legend status increases because of that. You know, Jay-Z, Gucci Mane, we've got to see these guys become old heads and make embarrassing decisions that taint their legacies.
So we got to watch
Nipsey didn't get a chance to do that.
What decision Jay-Z made?
I just think overall Rock Nation's kind of viewed as like a bully.
What did Jay-Z do? What he paying you, nigga?
Apparatus. I think people view a lot of his stances on capitalism as being hypocritical. I think that he's kind of proven himself as maybe not having the best taste in rappers.
And he on the Epstein file.
He signed La Russell. That's kind of a black mark on his legacy.
Charleston.
Yeah, and he on the Epstein file list.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't really think there's much to that, but yeah, that's not the best look.
Foxy Brown said she was him her when she was underage.
I think that is not true. She didn't say that, right?
She did say that. I swear to God, she said it. It was in one of them Source magazine interviews.
Nah.
She said the boy had a horse.
You want the fact check? Did Foxy Brown say Jay-Z?
The boy had a horse.
A horse? I feel like I would have heard about that.
You're not in tune with the culture. You just got hip in the last 10 years, Adam. You was straight white boy.
I'm pretty
15, 20 years ago. In the 90s, you was straight white boy.
I went back and watched some Adam old videos, man.
Straight white boy.
Yeah.
You
the
straight
top
white
white
boy.
boy.
Notorious Charleston
Top
white
rank.
guy.
I already know. That's how you got over here with
There are no verified public statements where Foxy Brown
Yeah,
clearly and
what?
directly said that Jay-Z
Nah, for
had
real,
sex
man.
with her when she was underage.
Sure it is. What site you saw? What site you saw it?
ChatGPT.
Oh man, I don't believe ChatGPT say.
ChatGPT is the culmination of all human knowledge.
It mixes lies with truth and inaccurate information. We're living in an information age, so ChatGPT would not give you accurate information. Don't trust it.
It definitely told me some inaccurate shit.
It's wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
But as far as something big as Foxy Brown making that claim.
If 1997, 98, man, she made a claim. Jay-Z, all of them were with underage girls at the time. R. Kelly, Dame Dash. This was known in the industry.
Actually, recently in 2024, Foxy again denied that claim.
Man,
and said that was fake news.
Man, it ain't fake news. She'll come back later and say it, but they all were doing it.
This is what you're referring to. A lot of the rumors trace back to a 2013 gossip report claiming that Foxy allegedly
90s.
said that she lost her at 15 when he was 27. Foxy has publicly denied that story and threatened legal
Lock him up.
action.
I'm saying it right now.
Fictitious.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
I'm saying it right now.
Paid out,
There's
man.
no victim.
She done got paid off.
But she's not a victim. And hey, that's a total possibility. But if we don't have evidence, then what are we really going on?
Well,
True.
they all were doing it. So
Y'all never got evidence. What do y'all ever be going off of? This why I don't like hypocrites, gang.
really no victims because they all did it. R. Kelly didn't have no victims.
No, there's tons of victims. They made a whole documentary about him.
They did? No. He didn't get convicted of none of that. He got convicted of some RICO, mafia type charges.
Is that true?
Very much
I've never
so.
heard that.
When the Mexican is booked in jail, he's booked under white race. There's only
Booked
two.
as a homie.
I ain't gonna lie, them boys going at it. Boy, I can't wait for the full interview to draw. I know that big gonna be 2 hours. You know we gonna watch that again. The whole thing. Stop playing. We got that boy Charleston White says no jumper doesn't help anyone to grow. And Adam freaks the out. Cause you know Adam feel like he helped everybody, man. What? I'm giving these $1,200 a month, using and abusing their ass left or right every single day out the month? He ain't lying. Come on, gang. I'm changing their lives. How Adam feel. Oh, Adam chopped it up. Even to make that money, you know Adam gonna do what he gotta do. And I don't blame him. Shit, as long as he give me the clips. Yo, give me something to react to too now.
When the Mexican is booked in jail, he's booked under white race. There's only
booked
two.
as a
He broke it up.
There's
Hey,
only two
we found
races
all
in
them
America.
bitches. You
Not a
heard me?
homie. It's either black or
Feel bad
white.
for Adam.
I don't know if the prison has a certain way of.
When the Mexican is booked in jail, he's booked under white race. There's only
booked
two.
as a homie.
There's only two races in America, not a homie. It's either black or white.
I don't know if the prison has a certain way of
Boy, I'm
classifying
talking to
people
a
that you're
motherfucker.
talking about.
I'm really talking to a motherfucker that was dumb in school.
No, but we all know that Mexicans have their own politics in prison.
No, we're not.
Absolutely don't overlap with white people.
You're so stuck on gang banging talking culture. I'm talking
Gang banging kind of defines prison, right?
You gonna be
Let
okay.
me talk. I'm talking ethnicity.
Right.
I'm
You're talking about how you're classified in prison.
No, I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about when a Hispanic guy in America files for any paperwork, whether it's Social Security or prison, an application, he checks white with Hispanic ethnicity.
Personally, I've seen just Hispanic on those sort of forms.
They don't. It's
They
white or
have
black.
other as well?
No. It's white or black or other. White, black, with African, Latino,
They should
Hispanic
update that.
ethnicity, but they haven't.
There's a lot of proud Hispanic people.
because in America, you're the white or black boy, white boy, black boy.
That seems oversimplified.
The Jew boy we look at Jews as white boys.
Maybe in the hood,
is a
but we got Mexicans, we got Asians, we got a
in the
million
hood.
different types of Asians.
We don't know that outside the hood.
Well, even the hood knows about the existence of Asians, right?
It either says Pacific Islander or what? I'm going back to your white boys list to check in your country.
I don't know what every
He's not
different
too smart,
form
man. I'm talking
exists.
to a dumb.
Thing says.
I'm talking to a dumb. So I might
Because I can acknowledge the existence of Asians and Hispanic people?
No. Listen, you had to dumb down for gangbanging culture. And what I'm realizing, Adam, you cannot talk intellectually outside this table.
I feel like I'm kind of running circles around you this whole interview.
Now that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, Adam. Charleston doing his dollar on this one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you bringing up all kinds of made up shit.
No, you are.
Both y'all is, but
And that's what's crazy about this interview and why this interview is so much better than what you do with Sean Cotton is that he just lets you say whatever.
This is not.
He just sits back, just lets you talk.
This
I'm
is
over
not
here
better.
actually
You're
fighting
what up,
back.
gang? What's good, dude?
No, you're saying a lot of stupid things and you're getting upset because I'm pushing back against them because they don't make any fucking sense.
I'm not getting upset. We're talking about ethnicity, and you're going to and lock up homie talk.
That's not true, though. You were talking about how people are classified in
I'm
prison.
saying even classified in prison when they're booked in, not classified.
But you said
When
that
they're booked
Mexican
in,
people get treated
they
as
are.
if they are white in prison is not true.
I never said that.
That is
I never,
exactly what you said.
I didn't say that. I said they're classified as white.
Right, and that I disagree with.
You've never been to prison.
Maybe there's been a prison that has done that before, but I don't think the average prison is doing that.
You keep saying what you're thinking. You hadn't read.
Well,
You keep this whole
I'm basing
conversation.
this on the
The whole
conversations
conversation.
that I've had with like hundreds or thousands of gang members
you
over
haven't
the years.
had no conversation, no hundreds of
What do you
thousands
think
of
that this
gang members.
podcast
You
is?
probably talked to maybe 5,000 gang members at the most.
I
Not even
haven't
that.
even done 5,000
Not
interviews.
even 5,000. And you're talking to
Well,
a
I mean,
bunch of
people
lying with different stories who come say the other one is lying. So you haven't had no accurate information. Nobody from California have gave one same accurate information. Everybody got different
So
stories.
everybody who comes to this podcast and talks about prison is lying.
Just about.
just about, dang. What's wrong with he called it.
Strange assumption.
Just about.
This is a weird assumption. How could you
just
ever know
about.
that?
Well, I've yet to
Exactly.
see you get a prison guard.
That's not true.
Ooh.
I interviewed a guy who actually did 7 years in the feds because he was bringing into Rikers Island in New York.
I asked you about a guy who went convict. I said a prison guard.
Well, he was a prison guard, and then he ended up getting like 7 years.
All criminal. What I'm saying is you haven't got a non-criminal who is typically have a greater code of moral turpitude.
I think like while
Do
you're
you
a
know what
prison
the word
guard, you're
moral
not really
turpitude-
allowed to go
I mean, that's why he got you right, Charleston. Come on, gang. Be grateful.
do no jumper.
Sure you
I
are.
would assume.
There's a lot of retailed
Yeah, he
prison
If
can't
I
go
was
back
making
and
the
forth with
rules,
y'all.
I
We
would say I
ready,
think it's
boy.
inappropriate for you to be doing hip hop podcasts while you're working as a corrections officer.
Why is this a negative podcast?
No,
it's not a
it
hip hop
seems
podcast.
like you shouldn't be like.
Hold up.
You're in prison.
Yeah, that boy Adam ain't mentally prepared or fit to really go back and forth with that boy Charleston White, bruh. Cause if y'all know anything about Charleston, if you actually is able to go back and forth with him, he'll walk off your shit. Nah, for real. If you shut him down, he feel like he can't stand up in your face, bully you, you feel me, tell you how you feel, blah, blah. He'll walk the fuck off. We just seen it on one of the most recent reactions I dropped. You heard me? Y'all see Charleston stormed off the interview. Them boys got to question his statements. They ain't feel right with his shit. They pressed him about it. Like, hey, wait, nah, how about this? That boy left. He left. So, Adam, he just wasn't ready for this game. He said facts, exactly. You heard me? But Charleston is cooking right here. He's cooking. He's in his domain. He's around a weakling. So he able to walk over him. Charleston walking over him right now.
I think it's inappropriate.
I ran it back a little bit.
I think like while
Do
you're
you know
a
what
prison
the word
guard, you're
moral
not really
turpitude-
allowed to go do no jumper.
Sure you are.
I would assume.
There's a lot of retired prison
If
guards
I was
that
making the
love.
rules, I would say I think it's inappropriate for you to be doing hip hop podcasts while you're working as a corrections officer.
He right.
Why? Is this a native
valid.
podcast?
That's valid. But Charleston said retired. You get somebody retired though. Not fired and locked up in prison. Charleston's completely right there.
Yes.
No,
It's not a
it
hip
just
hop
seems like you
podcast.
shouldn't be like.
Hold up.
You're a prison guard, you shouldn't-
I'm glad you
being
said
a
that.
prison guard should not be a vehicle by which you should be becoming famous.
So if this is
Yeah, you
not a
been prison
negative
is famous.
podcast, why wouldn't someone of upstanding with a career come sit and talk about the other side that you guys promote?
But I just think there's certain kinds of careers that you shouldn't be trying to get famous.
No, but you're not trying to get
Now,
famous.
you could do it once you're no longer a prison guard.
No, this is not
But
my
while
fame.
you're a
Hold
prison
on,
guard?
nobody gets famous from this
cooking.
podcast, by the way.
That's not true.
Name
Tons of
one.
people.
Name one.
Crip Mac, Brick
He was
Baby.
Crip Mac before.
Wack 100.
Brick Baby before. He was hanging with celebrities in Atlanta before. Wack was already famous before.
Brick Baby will tell you he wasn't famous. before
Brick
this
Baby was in
podcast.
Atlanta with who? With what out there with the Rolling 60s? Hanging with some celebrities? Long before your podcast. That's how we know him.
He knew some famous people, but he wasn't really famous
Wasn't
like
he
that.
with the famous before he got to your podcast?
99% of the people who watch
you
No
made
Jumper who
nobody
know
famous.
Brick Baby is
You
will
ain't
tell
made nobody
they
famous.
know who he was
You made
until
Jason
this
Love
podcast.
famous.
No, he was already kind of
No, he wasn't. I don't know who he
more
was.
famous
Man,
for sure,
until he
yeah.
put that, you didn't make him famous.
I made him more famous.
No, you didn't.
No,
He
he'll
made
tell you that.
more famous. You
He'll tell
just
you
said, you just said. this is
Jason
the
Love
most-
told me that
you had to have-
90% of the
I
time
don't
when people
care.
come up
He
to him
made
on the
you
street,
more
they
famous.
bring up me.
He made you more famous.
I made him more
He
famous.
made you more famous.
I was the more famous one.
This is the biggest video you've ever
I was
had
the more
because of
famous
him.
one. Of course, I had to
Take
make
him
him
out.
famous.
Take him out of it. And what is the video?
Take him out of it? What about some other dude?
Put another in there. It's not.
No,
Not
yeah,
Jason.
some other guy would have still had a similar experience, right?
They wouldn't have the keep you that he had.
He's a big, muscular, good-looking black guy. So I think him doing it.
He was the bigger.
He was
name. That's why
probably
you picked
like
him.
going
That's
to
why you
benefit
picked
from
him.
it more than the
That's
average
why you
guy.
picked him.
But it
He
could
had
have been
a bigger
any
name.
of my other friends.
But
that
nobody
were born.
became famous from this podcast. I've been watching you for 5 years.
This
What
podcast.
about Flacco?
Yeah, what about
Flacco's not
XXX
famous.
Tentacion? What about
They
Lil
said he's
Peep?
dead. He's not
X
famous.
Right,
Tentacion.
he became one of the biggest
Shit.
artists in
But
the
not
world
from
before
here.
he died,
Not
right?
from here, though.
Yeah, this was the
No,
one
it
big
didn't.
interview
No,
that he
no,
did
no,
that
no, no.
launched him into superstardom.
No, it didn't. No, it wasn't.
Well, along with his
beef
music,
with
yeah.
Drake, his beef with Drake put him out there before this.
His beef with Drake was totally irrelevant compared to him going on No Jumper.
no. You was irrelevant.
X's No Jumper interview got
but
26 million views. It's the biggest
Before he
rapper
died?
interview of
Before he
all
died?
time.
Before he died, after he
Obviously,
died?
that number includes after he
Well,
died.
come on, don't put that in there.
You're telling me that my platform doesn't make
includes
people
your
famous?
brother.
Right?
Your platform.
Hey, look, he trying to take away from Tentacion, bro. Like, he one of them niggas that blew up after the fact only, nigga. Boy, he had a cult fan base. Fuck. Them niggas really did that. Fuck, nigga. He ain't lying. Y'all gonna try to say the same shit about YBZ one day on some shit. Like, no, hell no. And Wayne. Like, nah, Wayne. Y'all be abandoning my boy.
The
man,
biggest
shit
rap
compared to me.
interview of
I'm basically
all
saying your platform
time
ain't shit
took
compared to
place
me.
on this platform.
With who?
X. He was after he did that. Yeah, he died many years after he did the
Did 50
interview.
million this month on Instagram. What the fuck is 20 million on your
Instagram.
podcast? I did 50 million this month.
Instagram to YouTube. What's 50 million on Instagram compared to 26 million on YouTube? He ain't lying. You know how much that would equivalent to on Instagrams, nigga? And TikTok? That's without TikTok. He ain't lying. Hey, Charleston, chill out, bro. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself.
But again, you're moving the goalposts because we weren't talking about you. We're just saying that
I'm the
the biggest rapper
ain't that- this
interview
ain't the
of
shit.
all time took place on
He
my
had
platform.
to die for it to get big.
It got bigger when he died.
Before he died, what was it? What was the numbers?
Probably 10 plus million.
It would say your podcast ain't shit.
Still gigantic.
Yeah, he talking
Yeah, I
his
got Cam Newton.
Okay.
And I ain't dead.
Right.
Yeah, just imagine when I
But
died,
that doesn't
going
have
to
anything to
100
do
million.
with what we were just talking about 2
Nobody
seconds
become
ago.
famous. He was already
You
famous.
acknowledging that
He was
you are
already
famous has
He-
nothing to do with
he
the
was
fact
already
that
famous.
The biggest rapper view of interview of all time happened here.
Crick KB was already famous with the Rolling 60s.
Big baby.
Brick Baby.
So
Wayne-
Gang member made him famous.
Well, he was a famous Rolling 60 game
Now, I
member
like that
outside
name
of
better.
California. So he was
I
already
like that
famous.
name.
But until we brought him on the podcast, he didn't really reach that level of fame.
He became famous maybe in Oakland, California, San Francisco, but he ain't famous
He's
in Florida.
worldwide famous because of
You know what I'm saying? X already had his fans.
I've been around with him
Facts.
before and after.
He's worldwide famous because of me. I
You gotta
spoke
put
Brick
X
Baby and
and
you?
I said
they
his name
censored.
to nobody.
Listen,
till
I got
They
Brick
think
Baby
you
to
was
talk
talking about
about you if it
something
wasn't for me.
inappropriate. You heard me, and they think you was talking about something inappropriate. Just put X next
He
time.
probably never would have said a word about
He
you.
was on my long for you.
Let me run it back a little bit. My
It's
fault.
because of no number.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No,
No,
I've been around with him. I've been around with him before and after.
He's worldwide famous because of me. I spoke
Brick
his name.
Baby and you?
I said his name. He wasn't shit to nobody.
Listen,
till
I got Brick Baby to talk about.
He famous cause Lil Durk. Cause he snitched on Lil Durk. That's why he locked up right now, cause he snitched on Lil Durk. He was implicating himself in crimes like a goofy. He ain't lying. Trying to be down. You ain't even from they state. Talking about you OT. Get your stupid ass on. That's why he famous, cause he's a famous burglar. He's a goofy.
No, I've been around.
Sold the operation he wasn't even part of. Like, bro, this is why I ain't supposed to be telling people
With him. I've been around with him before and after.
He's worldwide famous because of me.
Okay, so my
I
bad.
spoke
You
Brick
good,
Baby
and I'm
and
just
you?
letting you know
I
for
said
next
his
time to
name.
help
He
you
wasn't
out.
shit to nobody
Listen,
till
I got Brick
They
Baby to
censored
talk
you on
about you. If it
YouTube.
wasn't for me, he probably never would have said a word about
He
you.
was on my long for you. He was in my inbox.
I mean, maybe he was doing that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
nobody
just
knew
dick
when he
along,
was
yeah.
DMing you, right?
Well, nobody knew him from No Jumper.
Boom. Nobody knew him. Well, I don't want to say nobody,
knew
but
him from
very
No
few
Jumper.
people knew about him. Then he
Nobody
comes on
knew
No
him
Jumper.
from No
He
Jumper.
becomes the most controversial, talked about Crip
I give
in
you
the
that.
state.
Now, who's after him?
Who else became famous from
I
No
give you
Jumper?
him. I give you him.
I mean, there's just like a fleet of
It's a
rappers
lot.
and
Whoa,
personalities
whoa,
over
extra.
the years.
Give me 5.
You want to do the AI?
No.
We'll just put
Okay,
the AI.
yeah.
That's
We'll do AI. You don't know?
Yo, man.
Who has become famous from No Jumper?
You don't even
You gotta
know.
be objective, so we're gonna let the AI fill in
And
the
you
blanks
dye
for
your
us.
hair. Yeah, sucker. Yeah, you dye your hair.
I dye my beard.
Nigga,
You
you
dye
glue-
your hair.
Charleston, you gluing your hair. In patches at that, gang. I thought you went bald. I thought you committed.
I'm seeing gray flakes right now.
No,
nigga.
just the beard, not the hair.
I'm seeing gray flakes at the top.
I don't judge my, I don't dye my hair.
Let people talk long enough. You gonna
Okay,
see
the
how full of
biggest
shit they
success
really
stories
is.
are probably rappers like XXXTentacion, Lil Pump, Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, 6ix9ine, Smoke Perp, Ugly God, and then also the No Jumper personalities like Crip Mac, AD, T-Rail, Duno, Sharp, Flacco, etc., who really were all people that rose to
I give
prominence
AD.
on the platform.
I give you AD. I give you T-Rail. They became famous after this.
Crip Mac, nobody had heard of him before No Jumper.
Man, we 5'5".
Yeah,
kick it
Sharp,
in.
nobody knew about
Nobody
him
still
before No
knows Sharp.
Jumper.
Nobody still knows
Flacco,
Sharp.
he made his
He said nobody
name
stood
on No
up
Jumper.
sharp. Chill.
Duno,
I agree with
fattest
that.
Mexican in the
I agree
world.
with Flacco.
Flacco went
Yeah, I
up.
give him Flacco.
Flacco
Yeah,
fell off.
Duno.
Come on, Flacco fell off bad. Like, oh, the other Flacco, I'm thinking about, they got two Flaccos and shit, but now the other one fell off bad. And the other Flacco, Poetic Flacco, now he going up. That boy talk like, I'm talking about that stutter, boy. That stutter famous, boy.
Sharp. Yeah.
I give him Sharp.
It's kind of a lot of people. What about
Let
4
me
extra?
feel good when I stutter. I'm like, oh, this ain't shit.
See?
No.
You seen Flacco?
No, yeah, I give you
Come on,
4
you
extra.
vibe.
Oh, you double 4 extra though.
They ain't even a stutter for you.
Double
Just
for
repeating
it.
words.
That was your
sometimes.
biggest hit. That was your biggest hit.
And then he blew his hand off.
You supposed to get him some insurance.
Yeah.
Insurance for illegal fireworks.
Yeah, Nick.
For a worker. For somebody who work at your workplace.
I don't think they have that.
You didn't try to stop him. You recording and you filming.
So I was supposed to
Yeah.
know what he was
You
doing on a
goddamn
random day.
right.
I was in Palm Springs. I was fucking 4 hours away.
And then you supposed to get him back over here and get him one of them bobblehead. What that shit you showed me Crip Mac had? You supposed to have him one for Crip Mac.
It's in the other room.
You supposed to have him one for that was your biggest star. That was your biggest star.
4 extra?
4 extra was
He sold on
Crip
a
Mac's
4 extra
way bigger
moment.
star than him.
No.
He ain't want to
Yes.
pay. He should have paid 4 extra that money, bruh. Compromised that 30 bands or something, 25. He was for sure worth it, gang. That video would have for sure did at least 3 million. At least 3 million. That's that, and you know he's gonna break that bitch up, Adams. So that would have did more than 3 million, gang. Come on, man. And then the TikTok, we finna go crazy. I was finna react to that bit. All type gang. That shit was probably finna do 8 million.
Nah.
Even whack.
Now he doing push-ups and pull-ups and shit. Nah, we don't even want to see the interview no more.
Is a way bigger star. The 4 extra thing fell off as soon as he left.
Had nah, man. He was the biggest star.
He was a big star.
You think 4 extra bigger than Wack?
Nah,
Whack's so much more famous.
Well,
we ain't denying that,
Wax more
Andrew.
famous.
We just trying to bring that part out of him more. Gang said, he basically saying he from the same place. I'm from Dallas. I know Charleston. Used to be in the trenches helping out the youth with the hype movement. You feel me? We trying to bring that back out of him, gang. Basically. All this cursing out babies and shit, that's completely against the hype movement. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that's very hypocritical to the hype movement? Andrew, I'm talking to you, gang. But yeah, wouldn't you say that's kind of up that from a person that was really trying to push and promote the youth is now screaming F yo baby? He ain't lying. Whether whoever baby it may be. Wasn't he trying to help the youth of the ones that's up and need a better path? Wasn't he trying to get them back on the right path before it's too late? Now he said F babies, gang? He ain't lying. When's it too late, birth? That's all I'm saying. We trying to get him back on track, gang. And if we ain't doing this, everybody just blindly believing in everything he's saying, like he's still doing good. When's he gonna ever do good again? He said, facts, Guappo. Dissing babies on and shit, blaming it on a character, that is completely against that is against the hype movement. That ain't hype movement to me. He would have been kicked out the foundation. He would have been kicked out the foundation, gang. Now real probably got him locked up. Like, damn, what you a perv? What you kids? What you don't like kids? What you eat babies? Oh, you been hanging with the white people too damn long. Like the way he be talking, the character is showing us who he really is, gang. That's what I'm saying. The character at first was what he don't portray no more. The character was the hype movement. You feel me? Now he freely him. The money magnifies what was really there. You heard me, Andrew? Andrew, what happened, Andrew? Damn, Andrew, we lost him. But
Wack got his
get back
own
to me,
thing.
gang.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a member for only $5.
Charleston White said, he would never do an Adam interview. Facts. You be going against yourself. He said he would never get jewelry. He would never dress like a rapper. He would never F the hoes like that. He take care of his wife and his kid. He love his wife. He said he ain't seen his wife in 2 years. Andrew, come on, gang. You can't be that blind again. You got to use a little bit of discernment sometimes, you know? It's in the Bible. Don't just blindly believe everything you hear. Even with me. You don't believe me, shit. Go believe Charleston. But don't blindly believe him now. Come on, gang. Yeah, that was that boy Charleston White says no jumper doesn't help anybody grow. And Adam freaked the out. Man, what? That was accurate, boy. Adam was trying to defend himself.
Kennedy is booked in jail.
He's selling his comedy show now, for real.
White race. There's only
booked
two.
as a homie.
There's only two races in America,
Well, dude,
not a
yeah.
homie. It's either
He did a
black
flip.
or white.
But I think he
I don't
just
know if
talking.
the prison has a certain way of
I think he never
classifying
stopped.
people that you're talking
Don't
about.
forget, he always trying to
I'm
go
really
viral.
talking to a motherfucker.
That's
that
how he
was
make his
dumb in
money.
school.
No, but we all know that Mexicans
You
have
ain't
their own
lying,
politics.
dude. You ain't lying, dude.
What's the deal we got?
You ain't lying, dude. That is how you make his money, though. You heard me? That is how you make his money, though. You feel me? So that's why I say, like, that's why I wasn't mad when he do this one thing specifically. I know you have to play a certain character to an extent. You feel me? That's why I ain't mad at 607 Wasn't mad at Kanye. I ain't mad at that because you have to do that, gang, or you getting assassinated, killed, locked up, or some shit. You feel me? We done seen it a million times already. So you need some type of facade. But we just saying, if it's all facade, if it's all F babies, if it's all evil, if it's no message no more, then what is you doing for real? You sold out. You chose the other side. You accepted the money. That's all we saying, gang. He sold out. You feel me? He sold out. He sold out. He's still making the money and shit, but he need to start back squeezing in the information. If it ain't no more information there, like like these interviews right here with the Adam 22, that was valid. I enjoyed all of those just now. Even when he was tripping and he wasn't. Because for the most part, he was at least talking about something. You feel me? He was talking about something. He was making points like Adam using the community, Adam doing this, Adam doing that to an extent. He was doing his job. So I want you ain't see me pausing the fuck out the video today. I would let him talk his shit. I was like, oh, okay, Charleston, talk your shit, Charleston. But Adam was getting little 1-2s in there too. You feel me? He was fighting back. I was like, okay, Adams, do your shit, Adam. They were both calling each other out. So that was a good ass interview. He said nobody start community work to make money. Nah, facts. You heard that word? And talk your shit, man. Unless they are scammers. BLM. Shout out BLM, man. They'll fuck up black people face. Used us to make us look bad. It's crazy. He said he told you he don't do community work no more because it don't pay. He ain't lying, LOL. You feel me, Andrew? And I don't blame him for that. I even understand his reasoning a little bit of why he gave up for real. You feel me? Because he felt like he was by himself. Nobody wanted to help him. He was abandoned. Because you know when you be on that type of road for real, but it's hard. Ain't gonna want to help you for real. You feel me? So he's starting everything. He doing all these foundations. Nobody want to pop out. It's like I feel him to a certain extent. But he could have stayed strong, gang. You feel me? Have a little more resilience. Believe in people more, nigga. That's what make you a good person. Nigga. Not everybody gonna say yeah every time. Sometimes you just gotta show how good, where your heart is. What you really doing it for? Is you doing it for the money, for the validation, or you doing it because you really want to see change? You feel me? If you really want to see change, gang, then little reaction shouldn't be the big discernment. Just a one person change. Yeah, you feel me? Facts, Andrew. I'm glad you can understand where I'm coming from. It ain't truly just hate. Like we fought with Charles. We used to fight with Charles. That's why we watch him. I feel like he watch us low key too. That's why he be listening. You see Charleston low key getting back on his shit. He getting back on his. I say he could keep talking this shit. Make sure he incorporating the message. If you got the message, nigga, fuck your shit. I fought with comedy. I fought with Dave Chappelle. I fought with Pat Williams. I fought with. I like comedy. I like realists. I like squeezing. I like to be able to solve the puzzle. But if I'm seeing the puzzle, just I can't defend that, man. I can't defend it, Charleston. But we got that boy Charles the white clown at Adams 22 no jumper for getting paid $10K for the interview. So that boy Charleston exposing what he really got paid the whole time. Shout out my boy Stingy K2 for coming through with the content, man. My boy done hit 77 subs. Y'all boys get him to 100, man. Stop playing.
Kennedy is booked in jail. He's
all money not good money. Do
white
facts.
Race. There's only
booked
two.
as a homie.
There's only two races in America, not a homie. It's either black or white.
I don't know if the prison has a certain way of classifying people that you're talking about.
I'm really talking to a that was
for
dumb
real,
in
man.
school.
No, but we all know that Mexicans have their own politics.
What's the deal we got? Charleston
You
White
go full screen, y'all boy. My fault.
checking and talking over Adam 22 on no jumper, man. Now what I need you to do is hit that like button. Let's see what Charleston White had to say to Adam 22.
We're so stuck
Y'all heard
on
my boy hit that like
gangbanging,
button,
talking
man.
culture. I'm talking
Gangbanging kind of defines prison, right?
Let me talk. I'm talking ethnicity.
Right.
You're
talking about how you're
No.
man.
I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about when a Hispanic guy in America files for any paperwork, whether it's Social Security or prison, an application, he checks white with Hispanic ethnicity.
Personally, I've seen just Hispanic on those sort of forums.
They don't let you, it's white or black.
Other as well.
No.
Yeah, I think it is white, black, Asian, or Pacific Islander, boy. I think he right, boy. I think he writes like 4 options. White, black, Asian, and Pacific Islander. Some shit, if I'm still correct.
No, it's white or black or other. White, black, with African, Latino, Hispanic ethnicity. But they haven't.
There's a lot of
Because in America, you're the white or black boy. White boy, black boy.
That seems oversimplified.
The Jew boy, we look at Jews as white boys.
Maybe in the hood, but we got Mexicans, we got Asians, we got a million different types of Asians.
We don't know that outside the hood.
Well, even the hood knows about the existence of Asians, right?
It either says Pacific Islander or what?
Never knew he had a message, and that's the
I'm
problem.
going back to your white boys list to check in your country.
I don't know what every different form exists.
I'm talking to a dumb motherfucker.
Thing says.
I'm talking to a dumb motherfucker. So I might
Because I can acknowledge the existence of Asians and Hispanic people.
No.
Now I know when a lot of y'all seen
That
that
was funny.
Charleston White was going on No Jumper, y'all probably thought like, oh, he sold out X, Y, and Z. But really, Charleston White had an objective. And his objective was to play. And Adam 22 fell for it. Now they paid
See, that one thing about Charleston, boy, you heard me? You never really know what he finna do. As soon as you think you got him got, like remember what happened with the C-Dub, the C Kirk situation? As soon as you think you know his reaction, boy, and you think you got him figured out, he gonna give you the opposite, boy. Just because you thought you knew what he was finna do, he finna do the opposite. So I think that's what happened in this situation. We thought he was finna go ahead, go on Adam and just, kiss up the whole time. That boy was pressing Adam. Asking the questions we been trying to ask Adam. Asking Adam the shit we been trying to ask Vlad. I'm like, oh, shit, Charleston, you ain't lying. Do your shit, boy. He said, no, sir. It was, if you were Hispanic.
Charleston White, $10,000 for this interview. Imagine.
Oh, it asked if you Hispanic? Okay. So I asked that too.
To get checked on your own platform. And Charleston White humiliated Adam 22.
I had to dumb down for gangbanging culture. And what I'm realizing, Adam, you cannot talk intellectually outside this table.
I feel like I'm kind of running circles around you this whole interview.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're bringing up all kinds of made up.
No, you are.
Nah. And that's what's crazy about this interview and why this interview is so much better than what you do with Sean Cotton is that he just lets you say whatever.
This is
he
not,
just
this
sits
is
back,
not,
just lets you talk.
This
I'm
is
over
not
here
better.
actually
You're
fighting back.
Stupid.
No, you're saying a lot of stupid things and you're getting upset because I'm pushing back against them because they don't make any fucking sense.
I'm not getting upset. We're talking about ethnicity and you're going to lock up homie talk.
That's not true though. You were talking about how people are classified in
I'm
prison.
saying even classified in prison when they're booked in, not classified.
But you said
When
that
they're booked
Mexican
in,
people get treated
they
as
are.
if they are white in prison is not true.
I never said that.
Yeah,
That's
he think they all
exactly
black
what
now.
you said.
I didn't say that. I said they're classified as white.
They're
Right, and
classified,
that I
not
disagree
treated.
with.
You've never been to prison.
Maybe there's been a prison that has done that before, but I don't think the average prison is doing that.
You keep saying what you're thinking. You hadn't read.
Well,
You keep this whole
I'm basing
conversation.
this on the
The whole
conversations
conversation.
that I've had with like hundreds or thousands of gang members
you
over the
haven't
years.
had no conversation, no hundreds of
What do you
thousands
think
of
that this
gang
podcast
members.
is?
I done talked to maybe 5,000 gang members. At the most.
I
Not even
haven't
that.
even done 5,000.
Not even
Why you said
5,000. And you're
100,000?
talking to
Well,
a
how many
bunch of
people are
lying with different
Divided,
stories
come
who
on.
come say the other one is lying. So you haven't had no accurate information. Nobody from California have gave one same accurate information. Everybody got different
So
stories.
everybody
Well,
who comes
you
to this
ain't lying,
podcast and
dude.
talks about prison is lying.
Just about.
Strange assumption.
That one
Just
thing,
about.
boy, your man with
Weird
a plan.
assumption. How could you ever know that?
Well, I've yet to see you get a prison guard.
That's not true. I interviewed a guy who actually did 7 years in the feds because he was bringing into Rikers Island in New York.
I asked you about a guy who went convict. I said a prison guard.
Well, he was a prison guard, and then he ended up getting like 7 years.
What I'm saying is you haven't got a non-criminal who is typically have a greater code of moral turpitude.
I think like while
Do
you're
you know
a
what the
prison
word
guard, you're
moral
not really
turpitude?
allowed to go do no jumper.
Sure you are.
I would assume.
There's a lot of retired prison
If I
guards
was
that
making
are-
the rules, I would say I think it's inappropriate for you to be doing hip hop podcasts while working as a
Are you
government
good?
officer.
I know.
Why is this a negative podcast?
No,
it's not a
it
hip hop
seems
podcast.
like you shouldn't be like.
Hold up.
You're a prison guard, you shouldn't-
I'm glad you
being
said
a
that.
prison guard should not be a vehicle by which you should be becoming famous.
So if this is not a negative podcast, why wouldn't someone of upstanding with a career come sit and talk about the other side that you guys promote?
But I just think there's
You
certain kinds
propagate
of
and promote.
careers that you
You
should
propagate and promote.
No. But you're not trying to get
Now
famous.
you can do it once
You're
you're
not
no
trying to-
longer.
See, that was probably my favorite clip out of all the clips we just watched, boy. See, Charleston White was calling out the propaganda. Well, he ain't lying. He was standing on business right here. You heard me? We had respect. I'm like, okay, Charleston, you seen my last video. I'm with it.
No, this is not
But
my
while
fame.
you're a
Hold
prison
on,
guard?
nobody gets famous from this podcast, by the way.
Now, it kind of seemed like Charleston White been having that on his mind for a long time. And he just wanted to come to show Adam that he's not smarter than him. Now, Charleston White had a point. When people do go to jail, Hawaiians, Samoans, Asians, they are others, Black/others. So they run with the Black people in jail. And I think Cubans, a couple other people. But the other ones, when it says white or Black, they are classified as white. And that's a fact. Now, Adam does what he does best, and he tried to put Sean Cotton,
Charleston, they both goofies.
And Charleston White against each other. As y'all know, he had Sean Cotton on
both
an interview before, and he was talking about Charleston. Now, Charleston White was right when he said that No Jumper, they do Charleston White topics. They definitely do. Because if you look at all the people that work on No Jumper, go to their channels, the ones with channels or the people that react to No Jumper content, they are trying to slither through Charleston White content. And I'm not going to lie, I ain't seen nobody blow up after No Jumper.
True.
Name
Tons
one.
of people.
Name one.
Crip Mac, Brick
He was
Baby.
Crip Mac before.
Wag 100.
Now, Flacco low-key up, boy. Flacco low-key up. Poetic Flacco.
Brick Baby before. He was hanging with celebrities in Atlanta before.
I read it when
Wack
his
was
videos
already famous
yesterday.
before.
Brick Baby will tell you he wasn't famous.
Brick Baby was in Atlanta with who? With what out there with the Rolling 60s? Hanging with some celebrities long before your podcast. That's how we know him.
He knew some famous people, but he wasn't really famous
Wasn't
like
he
that.
with the famous before he got to your podcast?
99% of the people who watch
you
No
made
Jumper
nobody
who know
famous.
Brick Baby is
You
will
ain't
tell
made
you
nobody
they didn't
famous.
know who he was.
You made
until
Jason
this
Love
podcast.
famous.
No, he was already coming.
No,
I
I
made
know
him
who he
more
was.
famous for
Man,
sure.
until he put that, you didn't make him famous.
I made him more famous.
No, you didn't.
No,
He
he'll
made
tell you
you
that.
more famous. You
He'll tell
just
you
said, you just said this
Jason
is
Love
the most-
told me that
you had to have-
90% of the
I
time
don't
when people
care.
come up
He
to him
made
on the
you
street,
more
they
famous.
bring up me.
He made you more famous.
I made him more
He
famous.
made you more famous.
I was the more
Why?
famous one.
This is the biggest video you've ever
I was
had.
the more famous.
It seemed like Charleston White just got irritated with Adam.
Charleston was
and he
old,
started bringing
boy.
up Jason Love and his wife. Now, Adam
Charleston was
22,
old.
deep down in his mind, he really thinks that he made people famous. He thinks that he made Jason Love famous. Maybe in the podcast space, but in that...
He did kind of blow certain people up a little more. You feel me? But I do agree, like, he ain't one of the ones going to look for people that ain't got no platform at all and giving them a platform. Like, he ain't known for that. But will he use somebody with some type of clout and then they'll turn their clout up a little more? Yeah. He ain't lying. Ain't nobody knew Brick Baby out of California. We ain't know that. I don't know. Y'all probably knew him in Texas and Cali. Gang, we ain't know that. But we know him for snitching on Dirk, though.
World that Adam 22 wants to be in, like the plug talk
what they
stuff
gotta
and
do with
stuff,
you, boy.
that definitely boosted up the numbers for
He
him
holding
and
poles.
Lena.
He supposed to got rid
And
of
that's
that.
why Adam 22 did that, because maybe he was focused too much on the content of the hip hop and the gang. Well, he don't even do hip hop content. He does gang bang talk. Everybody on No Jumper is either a dropout or
he was
active.
Umar.
to
Oh,
this
No
day.
Jumper.
Take
Made
him
him
out.
famous.
Take him out of it. And what is the video?
Shout
Take him out of
Playboy.
it? What about some other dude?
Put another in there. It's not shit.
No, yeah.
Jason.
Some
Y'all
other
even
guy
know
would have
that,
still had
man.
a
You put
similar
me on.
experience, right?
They wouldn't have had the peak views that he had.
He's a big, muscular, good-looking black guy. So yeah, I think him
He
doing
was
it.
he was the bigger
He
man.
was
That's-
probably like going
That's
to
why you
benefit
picked
from
him.
it more than the
That's
average
why you
guy.
picked him.
But it
He
could
had
have been
to be
any
named.
of my other friends.
But
that
nobody
did porn.
became famous from this podcast. I've been
not
watching you for 5 years.
This podcast.
What about Flacco?
Yeah, what about
Flacco's not
XXX
famous.
Tentacion? What about
They
Lil
said he's
Peep?
dead. He's not.
Right, but he
got
became
dead.
one of the biggest artists
But
in the
not
world
from
before
here,
he died,
Not
right?
from here, though.
Yeah, this was
No,
the
he
one
didn't.
big interview that he did that
No.
launched him into superstardom.
No, it did. No, it wasn't.
Well, along with his
beef
music,
with
yeah.
Drake. His beef with Drake put him out there before this.
His beef with Drake was totally irrelevant compared to him.
No. You was irrelevant.
X's No Jumper
Talk your
interview
shit.
No,
got
but
26
Talk your
million
shit.
views. The biggest
Before he
rapper
died?
interview of
Before he
all
died?
time.
Before he died? After he
Obviously,
died?
that number includes after he
Well,
died.
then come on, don't put that in there.
But you're telling me that my platform doesn't make people famous when
your platform
the
ain't
biggest
I ain't gonna say make people famous, gang. Like I said, it did help. You was a catapult in people's careers once upon a time, and probably even recently, most recently. You have done that before, yes. You have been able to take them from 50 to 80, 100%, yes. But come on, you ain't helping nobody from the bottom?
to me.
interview of
I'm basically
all
saying your platform
time
ain't shit
took
compared to
place
me.
on this platform.
With who?
X. He was after he did that. Yeah, he died many years after
Nigga, I
he did
did
the
50
interview.
million this month on Instagram. What the fuck is 20 million on your podcast? I
Right.
did 50 million this month.
But again, you're moving the goalposts because we weren't talking about you. We're just saying that
I'm the
the
Nah, for
biggest
real.
rapper
He had to
interview
really.
of all time took place on
He
my
had
platform.
to die for it to get big.
It got bigger when he
You
died.
got everybody
Before he
locked
died,
up.
what was it? What was the numbers?
Probably 10 plus million.
Do that on
Still gigantic.
Yeah, I got 11 on Cam Newton. And I
Okay.
ain't dead yet.
Right.
Yeah, just imagine when I
But
die,
that doesn't
going
have
to
anything to
100
do
million.
with what we were just talking about 2
Nobody
seconds ago.
becomes famous. He was already
You
famous.
acknowledging that
He
you
was
are
already
famous has
He-
nothing to do with
he
the
was
fact
already
that
famous.
The biggest rapper view of interview of all time happened here.
Crick KB was already famous with the Rolling 60s.
Big baby.
Brick Baby.
So being a gang member.
Now when he call that, I need that name, dog. That's low-key better than what 607 Unc call him. I think Unc call him what? Brick Lady? What this nigga called him?
The biggest rapper view of interview of all time happened here.
Crick
KB.
KB was already famous with the Rolling 60s.
Big baby.
Brick Baby.
So being a gang member made him famous?
Well, he was a famous Rolling 60 gang member outside of California.
Now, Charleston White was definitely right when he said that Brick Baby was already famous before he went on No Jumper.
Nah, I
and
know
that's
that
a fact. We seen Brick Baby on a lot of interviews, Cam Capone. He was going viral. He was even on Instagram like Charleston White was. Everybody was taking the Charleston White format on Instagram and talking crazy and stuff. Brick Baby was
launched him into
a
superstardom.
dude that stood out because he was in Atlanta. Now, he even went and disrespected Adam 22 by telling him that his platform is not bigger than him. And Charleston White is bigger than No Jumper, little do y'all know. But what I really want to know is, do y'all think that Adam 22 really made people famous off his interviews?
Nah. Helped, yes. But made, like how you trying to make it seem completely catapulting, but he made extentation, like, gang. I'm pretty sure there's a reason you gave him an opportunity. Was the opportunity beneficial? I ain't taking that from you, nigga. You said it was the biggest rap podcast ever, whatever. You feel me? But at the same time, you saying that man wasn't doing what that man was doing is crazy to me. You heard about that cult fan. Matter of fact, we gonna watch that interview back one more time. I gotta see what he was asking that nigga. See what he knew. See why he did the interview in the first place. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he knew. He knew what he was doing. He ain't interviewed that. You heard me? He wasn't no ex-fan. He made them notice, but not famous. Yeah, nah, he gave some type of exposure. We gonna give him that. Cause these platforms was, I used to go to podcasts all the time to see a good interview. Learn how these artists made it, what they did, what kept them motivated, you feel me? Little mindsets and things of that nature. Now they talking about they baby mamas and shit. Like, it's the value of the podcast not there no more. If y'all start back asking good questions, y'all gonna get the good numbers.
Comment section and let me know. But
y'all want to go
I
for
know when
controversy.
everybody saw Charleston White going on No Jumper, I know y'all thought it was one of them situations, man. And I always
He was
thought of
saying
this when I
all
knew
them
Charleston White was
gay
going on
niggas
No
up.
Jumper. I thought of this right here.
They do all kind of underhanded, cutthroat stuff over there. So I'm about empowerment. I'm about progression. And I try to stay far away from anybody that has ties to colors, as adult men, especially adult black men. So that's why so much drama over there, homie. They can't thrive. There's no substance.
Yeah, he's
No substance.
yeah, he fired almost the entire staff.
Well, cause they got that boy shot over there. See, it's been a lot of shootings centered and revolved and centered around what goes on at the No Jumper Adam 22 thing. So the Adam No Jumper boy been pausing to the California gang culture. And he pay everybody there under $700. They don't make no more than $1,000, homie. If that. Some of the people he paid for the interview, they might get $500.
Real, dude.
So I'm saying, man, what? Man, that don't even.
And the reason they don't do is because we ain't got the hustler rappers no more. We ain't got the rappers grinding from the bottom. We ain't got the rappers going through the circuits. We ain't got the rappers, you feel me, grinding from the bottom to the way up. We got the rappers industry plants. And you feel me? No history, no story, nothing but concert. You heard me? So it's like, and we got the rappers that's in one day, out the next day, because the thing that blew them up is exactly what's gonna lock them. He ain't lying. So it's like, yeah, we losing the plot as a community. So yeah, Charleston, get back on the real message, fuck nigga.
Makes sense. So I think it's something more to it over there. I think it's just a bunch of men who all huddle up in the closet together and they all keep one another's secret. You hint, in the closet.
In the closet?
It's dark and you can't shine the light in there because you gotta have permission to go in there. But I think they just waiting to come out the closet over at No Jumper Adam 22. I think most of them men is in the closet, down low brothers, and they like to play in the closet.
Hold on now.
You think where he went wrong at was
Hold on.
His entire, most of the staff on No Jumper are all gang affiliates.
And you see how you play with them.
Even the prison go wrong doing that. You gotta have some diversity. You can't have all gang members. None of them have podcast experience. None of them have articulation. They don't have guests that have substance conversation. It's either gang banging, fighting, drama, or a Charleston White topic. Other than that, they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Now, Adam 22 sent a couple strikes the other morning, and I was trying to figure out why would he do that? And it all was starting to make sense because he only dropped one clip at that time, and Charleston White was checking him. So I just want to
Not Adams.
ask my people,
Adams doing strikes now? Nah, Adams.
man.
I thought
How
you had
would you
tough
feel
skin.
if you paid Charleston White $10,000 and he came on your platform, disrespected you, your wife, and your brand as a whole, everything and everyone attached to it? How would you feel if you paid
Adam, we gonna have to cut you off, bruh. We gonna have to cut you off, bro. You moving like DJ Vlads, bruh.
somebody $10,000 to do that?
You know that's how you fall off, right? You're gonna start getting clipped, you're gonna start getting reactions, you're gonna start getting talked about. And then like, come on, and you already got nobody. Gang. That's the way to fall off right there. You losing your exposure. I know you ain't paying these to post you all over these platforms. Be careful.
Is that why Adam 22 is putting out all these clips? Now get in the comment section and let me know if y'all thought Charleston White really sold out. And this goes back to the live stream where I told y'all Charleston White respects Vlad, but he doesn't respect Adam 22 because Adam 22 platform is negative. It's all gang talk, street talk.
What's the difference?
And Vlad is more professional. And Vlad pays more. See, Adam 22, you gotta stop sending them strikes, bro. Because I'm pretty sure that if you interview Charleston White, that let me know that your platform is really hurting because Charleston White has nothing to do with the type of content that Adam 22 does on No Jumper. Now, let me know in the comments if y'all think Whack 100 set Charleston up to do that, man. I think that Whack 100 hit Charleston and Tony, hey, man, go on there and check that boy.
He probably
hit
did,
that
bro.
like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, turn them noti bells on all.
You know what I'm saying? Vlad said the same thing.
About this whole situation, man. Did you think Charleston White was selling out?
Nah, man. Hopefully my boy Stingy bounce back, gang. Cause I don't want to see nobody get no more strikes. Gang do his reactions right. You heard me? Source his clips good. He makes sure he do his input. You heard me? You know, Guappo over input, so we know we doing that shit right too. But at the same time, man, to see a fellow YouTuber doing right and get treated wrong, bro. I don't like, y'all know I be speaking for people abusing the copyright system, and I hate it. That's why music fell off, gang. That's why music fell off. You don't see too much more music on YouTube like that, do you? Well, I'm talking about reactions, vlog videos, montage videos, gaming videos. You heard me? That's rare. Only when the labels come up off that chicken now. To certain individuals, you might see it, like with the Drake recently. But other than that, gang, I'm telling you, boy, they need to bring back reactions genuinely, bro, and add a system to stop these abusers of the copyright system and hit them with the same, you heard me, restrictions, limitations that we had with the strikes. So it should be an anti-strike system. So for the sending the false strikes, to get that on their hell nah. Like a false acclimatization. You false accuse somebody, I feel like bitch, you should get the same sentence that you finna get. Straight like that. You heard me?
You ain't lying.
Not for real, cause you ready for that. Take it. Take it. It's for you now. You heard me? So yeah, now I hope my boy bounce back from this shit, bro. I don't wish that on nobody.
Or did you know he was gonna
That's
check
crazy.
Adam 22 based off the previous history?
The Kill Music is gonna podcast next. Guess who taking over? The streamers, boy. I know y'all seen them AB clips. That's what happened when you don't copyright. That what happened when you don't strike shit. That what happened when you let the fans be fans.
You ain't lying.
You talk about them boys taking over the internet right now because everybody else selling.
Click one of these
You seeing AB more than you seeing Drake.
videos on the screen right here, man. If y'all want to see what Charleston White had to say to
He
Honeycomb
said, Vlad, the
Brazy
reason Pee Wee gone.
and Chad
Act
the
like he fuck
Builder,
with the culture.
and what
But
Charleston
really
White had to
informants.
say
All they ass,
to
Andrew, for
Smackwater. Get in
real.
the comments and click one of these videos
I call them boys the Avengers. You heard me?
right here on the screen, and I'm gonna catch y'all over.
Shout out my boy Stingy, man. Hopefully game bounce back from that.
Okay, guys, we're back for India.
I ain't finna react to either, but I know they might be on the same type of time. W screen, boy. W Cream, boy. Appreciate y'all boys tuning in with a nigga booth. I lost my dogs, I kill if I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash, broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't have no roof. I will hit a list for real, nigga, get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing back, that spoofer, I got spoofed. They asked about Robert, did a lot of it. We was the first young niggas with counterfeits. So my bro, I'ma make it, can't lie to shit. Won't never chat much about a lot of shit.